Hello and welcome to Sierra Leone Media Live on YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to the special edition of the Go Inside the Republic. Today we're back here again. It looks like for say we are slightly coming up to be consistent for the week in week out program. The way we don't promise to say we'll continue for do. As you now know, you have been there last year. Actually, not last year. Juma be there a few days ago. That's something that confused me. So I make a think Juma be there last year. As for now, no, Juma been there a few days ago, and not to escape for Komaya because I nothing for escape, nothing for on our way, you need for come and go officially. So we declare I'm back again, say yes, he's gone back to the States and he's well, safe and sound, and he's been reliable this time around on the program. And so I tell now once again with confirmation that Juma is fine, well, and doing okay. He promised for both return, but not confirm that yet. But look where they go no more. Because how they go inside the Republic, they determine who side with the day at every given point in time when the time is necessary. But before I go any further, now welcome Koto Juba. Welcome back to the States. And what was your journey like returning? And what was your stay like in the UK? For what, 10 days you were here for? Over to you.
Thank you so much, T-Boy and
family. I can't hear you, Juma. You're muted.
No, my audio day, it's loud and clear.
Okay.
Fambulem unado, fambulem una good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose partner the dunya we find yourself. We welcome our joint team for welcoming us to another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic, both on Facebook and YouTube, right, live on CRGM media platforms. Yes, as T-Boy say, I've been go work now the King's country. You know, I go there on duty, mission accomplished. Now I'm back again. Now the greatest democracy in the world, the United States of America. Whatever I want to say, Alexa, if you show up at me, T-Boy, now we're not the greatest democracy.
No, of course, the greatest democracy.
But you audio the echo. I don't know why, but
I don't know. Well, we need to take one of the devices out.
So if you get double sound, I don't know why, but anyway. Well, I'm happy to be back, and like how T-Boy states, you know, we are getting closer to being consistent because when I don't use for see we faces them every day or sometimes multiple times a week. As soon as I know, things then change, events then change, circumstances then change, so it makes it difficult for we. But for the past few weeks, we've been consistent, bringing you How They Go live. So we're there again today for engaging and let we talk together. Hajake, I see where you say, I wish. When I challenge you, not say we not to the greatest democracy. I get feedback, T-Boy. I don't know what device they're on. Somebody's device is on, so if you can please turn it off so we know they get some feedback. Thank you. That's better. So over to you, T-Boy.
Well, thank you very much, Juma, for joining us. And I believe, say, yes, you now again the greatest democracy in America. And we don't see
not the world, not to America.
Well, in America, not to the world. Because you don't say America now world on its own. Now world on its own. So that's the difference. But yes, I kind of agree with you. Our democracy is great, not to be compared with any side of the world. And I believe, say, the thing that they exercise when it comes to democracy cannot be practiced in any modern democracy. But it's America. That's why they call it America, one of the greatest land on earth. But we left that for that. Because I believe the democracy depends on how you want to describe them. It depends on the location. It depends on the area or which part of the world you do for interpreting and the way how you want to interpret them. But the dictionary meaning of democracy, we all know what it stands for. It's for the people, by the people, and with the people. Okay. I don't know exactly what's in our young form of democracy because it looks like what's in America, it's just for the minority that the only one they actually exercise democracy to the fullest. And the majority don't actually witness democracy. But that's America. It's not the same all over the world. In Sierra Leone, it's slightly different. In Sierra Leone, imagine now 40-60 or 60-40. I don't know.
Well, I can't say 40-60, but again, that's why my interest being deliberate, because now that provocation they want bring calm. If we see we topic is a guarding democracy.
Right.
And the subtitle this, so now America started with America being the greatest democracy, and we'll discuss it. We need compare and contrast, but I just fix Sunday, so we left people there with something for think about. But we focus on the discussion on democracy gets for do with Sierra Leone, how they go inside the republic. We say guarding democracy. Tiba written the full title, Can Sierra Leoneans resist the power sharing proposal? So that's our topic for today. It sounds complex, it's big, and some people will want to say it's not their business, it's not their interest, but it gets for do any and everything with me and you and everybody else. And I just want to take people back prior to 2023 elections, right, Steve Boy?
Yeah.
We talked about election laws, the PR system. Some people say, no, no bother there with but when time reach for votes, we see how the turnout be, waiting at the outcome. We see a lot of things don't happen during 2023 and post 2023. So that is why we're encouraging everyone to say we have to pay attention and focus on the discussion, yeah, and do your own research and see whose role we will play for strengthening with democracy. Because whether you good, you bad, if you allow the wrong thing for happen, you not do nothing, you will pay the price. Anyway, so I don't introduce the topic, over to you.
Well, I think what you say is so very clear, and I believe say, like you say, whether you good or bad, or whether you good or bad, if we not discuss the issues and way they affect you as a nation, it will come back and bite you. Just like we clearly highlight. 2023, we spoke about so many different things that we again were proposed by the current government, and we see say nothing changed, nobody said much. People just listen and then they just sit on it and then just chill. So again, we're not going to be taking chill pill as usual. But if people then again choose to take the chill pill, we'll find ourselves where we're going to be finding ourselves in 2028. So for now, let's look at what are the possible 2018 or 2028.
2028, sorry.
For now, let's look at the discussion that we on the table as proposed discussion. And we know over the years the SLPP governments not a propose discussion. They talk and then action. None of the things that they've proposed has been discussed. They talk about it and then they action it. Are we going to be sitting back around and listening to the same supposed to be proposals and no discussion comes up on it? Because when you go to parliamentary discussions about proposed bill from the government, when parliament they sit and discuss, we know say that they always discuss parliament agree or disagree, the current government will execute and move ahead with it, whether parliament approve or not. Or if parliament disagree, then the president they make a presidential decision. They move forward with them proposal and they will parliament they approve anymore. So we have to be very mindful of just hearing these words like they are lip services. They are not lip services. They are actual statements being made that will be action. We heard about the PR system, 2023 elections. Everybody thought it was a joke. It's not possible. We are not in the brink of any kind of unstable situation in the country. The country is accessible to every individual. Nobody is being coerced not to go to any part of Sierra Leone for no reason, because everywhere was supposed to be safe and accessible. And even the president executes that, because we see most of in journeys that we take within the provincial towns of places that we possibly were not easily accessible, they use boats. So what is the elements of the PR system where everybody can be reached? But again, the PR system was introduced and it was executed as one of the means of electoral proposal then with them income on the table, and that is what we run with. But again, that gets in good and bad side. But we don't want to sit back again and wait for the good and bad side of this proposed shared democracy. There's a very big question mark about it. And again, we can for now discuss what's in the issues that will be surrounded by this kind of proposal. Why is the government proposing this now? Why didn't them propose this in 2018? 2023 would have been the perfect time for impose or propose something like this week where you look at now, say power sharing, because we all know where the directions of the election was for 2018 and also 2023. So if there was any proposal about shared governance, it would have been 2023. But why did we move away from 2023? Now we're going to 2028, and now we are talking about proposed shared governance in terms of the democracy we'll get has not been executed in that format, possibly 35 years ago during the period of Dr. Shaker Stevens. We not just propose them, but he actually practically exercise them. By so doing, we end up forget a one-party state where all dynamics, all region was inclusive into it. And the way how Pasheke be doing on, if you come up from the north, it can you go to the south for go south. If you come up from the south, it can you go to the north for go south. So you don't have any personal relationship with the people that you work with. You just go and deliver your work. But in this case, it's totally different. We've seen the use of early introduction when SLPP took office in 2018, how they destabilized the civil service. And again, the reason for that specifically was purely on tribal lines. Tribal lines, which means people that lost their job, people that lost their livelihood, people even lost their entitlements, not just on the civil service, but also in every areas of all walks of life in Sierra Leone. And it was mandatory by the SLPP government for well over the 5 years of the first term. But it not stop there, still continue, because 2023, we also see the same process of destabilization in various departments of the civil service and also in other areas of public service. But we look at the dispensation of what has happened over the past couple of 5 years and now coming into 2023 and now heading into 2028, the process hasn't changed much. But why a quick swift of shared democracy? Is this a gimmick? Is there something that is behind it that we don't know? But we always sense the right when it started. But people just take it for granted and just think in a lip service, I don't know about talking the talk. But we have to be very mindful and have proper discussions about this so people understand exactly what we're going or what we're about to go into. How are we going to sit, accept, and move on with it, thinking it is all for the good of Sierra Leone? If it was for the good of Sierra Leone, 2023 should have been the perfect time. If it was for the good of Sierra Leone, that should have been executed way early, immediately after the 2023 election. But think again. Over to you, Juma.
Thank you so much, T-Boy and Fambule. Maybe at some point today, we will get Mr. Palmer for can join we as well. The voice will not hear better. But we'll introduce him as we go along during the program. But thank you, T-Boy, for laying the foundation for the topic of discussion. And the big questions that we ask the power sharing for UDAT, with UDAT, you understand? By UDAT. And why now? So those are the questions then we for ask. Why now? And now for UDAT, by UDAT, with UDAT. Very important. And we need to put certain things into perspective or let people understand that we country the way how we did. We get the 1991 Constitution, where and the Bible, where now we own big Constitution, and the way every law in the country they under that 1991 Constitution. Okay? And it sets, we get the Elections Act or the election laws them, we set how election for take place, the form of election who they practice or the form of government who they practice with the constitution state. We get the parliament, where now the people's representative. We get, of course, the executive arm, where now then they run the administrative affairs, and we get the the judiciary, where they look at the laws them for make sure say they interpret and enforce their laws then the legislature now then they make law when a parliament then they sit down they make law then suppose say the executive follow the law then they for make sure say then carry the aspirations of we the people of Sierra Leone. But like you rightly say, we don't practice this system of governance and democracy or system of government and democracy since 1991. After we abolished the one-party state, we go into multi-party democracy. We give rights to different political parties for participate in elections. Okay, so we don't get that. That's done. They go on for a while now, and we know say after the 1991 constitution, we around that same time we get the war. We the war na salon we affect a lot of things them and make sure say the way how we for do elections, practice governance, they affected because most part of the country was inaccessible, meaning that we're not able to reach there. So and then 1992, we get the military takeover. They the NPRC take over government, they suspend the constitution, they make sure say they carry the government, the country into a military rule. When by decree, that means say the constitution was suspended, they know they follow the law, they will just grab one money no more, then carry one law where they say, okay, now this is the decree where the military don't do. So they do that up until when we go back to, multi-party democracy in 1996, we forced election during the Second Republic. Because of the war was still ongoing, sat inside and able to forget constituencies and all of that, we adopt the proportional representation when at the PR system. You understand? At the time, PR system meaning say the party with the highest votes or the number of votes where the party gets, now by that way you go get people there for represent you in parliament. So that was the reason for the proportional representation, because we need some form of system for make sure say we begin build with democracy back. That happened in 1996. We all know the things that will happen from 1996. We get the military coup of 1997. Government was exiled. People were externally displaced. People internally displaced in 1998. So there are lots of chaos. And the war was still ongoing. Up until the next election cycle was 2002. Okay? Because the constitution say every 5 years, we dey get elections. In 2002, the war still been there on. The war officially then declared officially over in 2002, but places were still not accessible. So the PR system continued in 2002. After the war, we get the reconstruction phase of the country, the resettlement, people then begin go back now upline. Life begins slowly, they return back to normal. We get the constituency-based elections in 2007. As a result of that, we go back to the old system where every constituency go get a representative in parliament, and then also we get the chiefs them now all the districts, their way go get representative back na parliament. So now that system they would operate 2007, 2012, and 2018. 3 election cycle. It worked perfectly. Okay? It worked perfectly to the best of knowledge. Everybody was represented. Then came closer to 2023. We discuss them in detail now. First, T-Boy, but stop me if you want to stop any side, if you want to interject, if you have question.
No, okay.
Okay. leading up to the 2023 elections, first thing we will start with, then say, what do you call it? Interim. Now interim now been the word census. The census, midterm census or whatever, interim census or whatever. Because we census we can get na salon na every 10 year. Because 10 years na enough time for like can watch wetin be don happen. You know, then you try for make say, okay, let's shift things a little bit. The people in Don Bokuna, they don't shift to Baya, you know, they need more hosts than that, they need, you know, more lights na ya, all that kind of thing. They shift the way how people they shift. But these governments come and try for can do a midterm census before the elections. As a result of that, they say that midterm census, they will not be popular, the people of Sierra Leone, majority, not be understand one. Two, they don't participate. Three, but this government do their own way until we say you get more people in Kenema than you get in Freetown in the first place. You know, then they begin put more boundaries here and there, develop more constituencies here and there, or then say, okay, well, the best thing for do now for make we get a PR system so more places or more people could be represented. Where we find odd, and people challenge that because we have no reason for get the PR system because we'll get a constituency-based what you call them elections that we don't take place for a while where nothing happen. And we discuss and we say why you for try for fix something we're not broke in the first place. Then force that say oh now for let more people go be represented. But boy, and we view as them are sure some people know, but some people no. It go shock you for no say. There are constituencies today we not get representation. They not get member of parliament. They not get nobody represents them. So let's say if na with democracy they operate properly and you have the people's representative. For example, let's say you know what can happen. That's okay. We one go with me to member of parliament for crying now. Wait till go tell me. Well, not to me now a member of parliament. And not in our constituency. So who do you go to? So the people they don't left them on their own. Say on their own. Because of the reintroduction of this PR system where we not be need. And they say, okay, now for less smaller parties then will be represented. So we get a government, we get a national face, more people there inside. So I'll take people back to wait till we been get those days in 1996. You had a parliament where gets a lot of smaller parties, right? You get the APC, you get the SLPP at the time, you get UNPP, you get PDP, you get APC, you get DCP, and some other smaller parties because the PR system now based on the number of percentage of votes where you party get, now so then go calculate for the number of seats where you go get in parliament. So the reason they bring that because of the argument that this government bring for justify why we need the PR system. Say smaller parties are left out. The smaller parties then will go take small money, one bag rest here and there, then give them brown envelope, then they vote in favor. Some civil society organization, they were civil society close, but they represent government interest, they have support. But because a lot of people not familiar with the system, we talk about the Gen Zs and the new generation, we sometimes don't follow politics, but not be they follow, not be understand the system. Decide for buy into that argument and narrative. Yes, it happened in 1996, it happened in 2002. Then we come now to waiting. What do you call it? To 2023. Where they argue, say, well, we forget more political parties. But before that, let's go back to the elections that would have been constituency-based. In 2007, you been get not only 2 political parties in our government. You been get at least 3, right? If I'm not mistaken, or 4 political parties in 2000.
About 4, yeah.
About 4 in 2007, right? We been get parliamentary seats. In 2012, the same thing as well. you not been get, even though they not been get boku seats, but you been get multi parties na parliament. Not so. In 2018, we been get multi parties na parliament as well, because if we want to bring them in recent times, you get the APC, the SLPP, C4C, and with that NGC.
NGC.
4, and you be even get independent members of parliament. People that will win as independent will be in a parliament in 2018. So now fast forward now to 2023, where they reintroduce this PR system, just using say the one for help smaller political parties. I want to let you lock your eye right now, T-Boy, or we viewers them, let them tell we almost party in a parliament right now.
To answer the question or to leave it to the viewer?
To answer the question, if you can, and then I continue now.
To answer the question, currently as we speak, we possibly have 2, because the other 2 that we've been they don't switch carpets to SLPP and SLPP. So we used to have APC, SLPP, C4C, and NGC.
That was in 2018.
In 2018. So 2023, the 2 or 3 or 4, 5 members of parliament, maybe the NGC, don't switch their allegiance to, maybe the C4C don't switch their allegiance to SLPP. Of course, the 1 seat will be get when NGC seat when I can, instead of don't switch their allegiance to SLPP.
Then we got 4 seats.
Well,
they had 4 seats in parliament in 2018.
They have a seat in parliament right now, but it's not well formed.
They don't have any more.
They don't have any more. Yeah, they
correct.
We big scan. We make another seats. Yes,
correct.
So basically, two party now.
So now 2 party, the APC and SLPP.
Correct.
And the reason why I bring that, because sometimes and when people they talk, then they go back to history and watch a little bit for understand how far we don't get to this point, and the argument where they use say, okay, let's force this system when they work on people. Why do you try to fix something when not broke in the first place? You get more problems. Now when we then introduce PR system, we only get 2 political parties, because them say now way for encourage smaller political parties.
Yeah,
that's the argument they made. Now where are the smaller political parties? Non-existent. You don't get no smaller parties. You only get the APC and SLPP. That's 1. Secondly, the argument for say will be one for let we get a government of national cohesion, or for let people that look like I say they get representation all sides, not to one person they dominate. Okay? Before now, let's go back and check. You have representatives. APC gets seats in the southeast. SLPP gets seats now the north, northwest, and western area. Before now. Okay? However, you look at it, that was the representation. I'm not going to say they get equal seats. No. But they had representation. Okay? I want to let people listen and understand this properly before we jump into the real argument or the real discussion of the topic. This time in 2023, when they introduced the PR system, the APC only gets 2 seats. Now the southeast. 1 seat na Kono and 1 seat na Moyamba. That's it. But the SLPP get seats, parliamentarians them, now all the partners in Northwest except Makeni or Bombali district. All, everywhere now the Northwest under the PR system. So the question come again. Is it balanced? Did it serve that purpose when make them introduce the PR system? Was it happening for everybody, or was just for a particular political party and for satisfy a particular motive? Because SLPP gets seats na Port Loko, then get na Falaba, and then get Koinadugu, then get Cambia, right? Then get na western area. The only side where they not get na Bombali, then get Karina we na part of Port Loko, right? The only side where they not get seats na Bombali. but then get seats all signed at the Northwest. Whereas the APC force not even able for whole election at Pujeon. They're not able for get election na Bournemouth. Now go back to one small thing wey bin happen where you no go say it big, but be significant. During 2018, or part of a by-election, right? The APC win a council of seats na Bournemouth. When are the president in your own hometown, right? Or in origin, according to what we tell we. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. That's what's on record. Do they have any of that? No. You go back to that local government, where you go to Freetown municipality, you get APC and SLPP councillors then na the Freetown municipality. And I'm sure the same for the rural. But you go tell me whether APC councillors then get any councillors na the southeast. I don't think so. I don't think so. So this all now for tell you say waiting and they sell we and the reality is completely different. So la engande, then la you and Leo Sontel will welcome Femi if you're ready for we or we're ready go give a thumbs up. Then after that we will continue with the conversation. Over to you, T-Boy. And we'll go look for a comment from our viewers them as well as we go along.
Well, you said it all, but Jerry don't make a comment earlier on. We say the writing is on the wall for the Greens for their exits. That's the push for executive power sharing. But the model of PR, proportional representation, must be defined in the lead up to next election. But we don't need to define PR anymore because already we all know what's in the primary representation for the PR system for work. As Jumado highlighted some earlier on, it is not balanced because again, you want an inclusive governance where all political parties should be involved and they should have a fair representation. But again, the good and bad side of this and the fact say the Southeast is a very big part of Sierra Leone, very massive big part of Sierra Leone. Are you primarily strategically saying only 2 districts are fully embracing the APC as a political party? And what is the opposite? Why is it that? And the whole of the North, and you have more than 90% of representation of the SLPP. How did that happen? What's the balance? So that's a very good question which you might highlight. And again, like I said earlier on, are we sitting down and listening to all this lip service? Because it's not lip service. Will they listen to all this talk we then they propose and they will not do nothing about it? Because this is exactly what we did 2018. We overlook certain things then that we highlight. 2023, we did the same. People overlook at all those discussions that we had here based on PR system, how we strategically look at the election process, the census, and everything else we they execute. We analyze and break them down to details for the layman to understand. Because it's about time we stop sitting down in our comfort homes or comfort environments and just say, hey, then we'll deal with them. Because it comes back to us. How it comes back to us, now the fact say, we did deal with the chaff. Way worse than the actual issues of things the way they happen within our communities in Sierra Leone. We might not feel the immediate burden of those problems, but the residue of those problems is bigger than the problems itself because the ones that are facing the problems there, they deal with them straight on. That's fine. They deal with it. Some of them suffer the consequences instantly, and that's it. And then we now begin to pick up the pieces slowly. And the pieces that they pick up slowly, it exists for years. From the time way they implement them, right up to the time way they don't. The one that really suffer the consequences, they suffer it now and they deal with it. And we they struggle for dealing with them because we look at the reality, say it is not supposed to be this way. But we didn't do nothing for that not to happen. And then we'll deal with them. We're not going to continue for this. No more than we'll deal with them and we deal with them. Because when we are in a democracy, we should be able to exercise freedom of speech, freedom of information, and freedom of so many things then Is that exactly what is happening in Sierra Leone? It's a big question mark. You decide whether that is exactly what's going to happen or otherwise. Because if we begin look at things, they will say democracy shared. How can you share democracy where you not even not participate in democracy to the fullest first? Because when you participate in something that you think was legitimate, then you'll be able to share that sort of thing that you think was legitimate. Because you cannot share something that does not belong to you in the first place. How are you going to share it? You cannot share something that you inherit legally. For example, let's go to family inheritance. If you say you come on a family of 5, and then una papa die left property, una for share them equally because una papa born una 5 and he left property una for share amongst una 5. But if una papa born una 5 and then somebody come out to say, oh, now una papa been born me. And una not able for legally prove say yes, and our papa be born that person there, you're not gonna be able to share that property evenly. So that person we now the 6th person. We una not even aware ourselves they exist. And then all of a sudden that person wants a share of your father's property. So how can you share democracy when you haven't actually practiced it in the first place? How can you share democracy when you haven't executed democracy in the first place? How can you share democracy where you don't really define the word democracy in the first place? Because that's exactly what happens with the PR system. PR system was defined by the government of Sierra Leone currently sitting there, and we accept it to say yes, that is the actual definition of PR system. That are the processes for a nation to go through XYZ for them to have a PR system. And was it a pure element of proportional representation? So when you look at all these words, proportionate, not exactly, but almost. You know, they say now 50-50, but you have to have the balance. Okay, one should not be overscaling the other. Where the difference will be that huge. If for them are depending on where they swing slightly up and down, it doesn't have to be equal, but at least let the scale not that obvious. Say one day 50% higher than the other, or 70 or 80% higher than the other. Then it is not a proportionate figure. And that is exactly what you will see right now. The PR system hasn't been proportionate, it has been one-sided. So is power sharing or shared democracy going to be the same? No, wait for Sidoma can say, look, we see how shared democracy they be. Because, pardon me, if we don't get any elements of shared democracy, like I say earlier on, it may for don't be 2023 election. Why make I say that? Okay, 2023 election gets new dynamics of how the election results come out to be. We still haven't seen the actual results itself. We still haven't seen the dynamics of how the election process was won. And if you look at all the observations of the international observers, local observers, regional observers, we come and watch that election day, they've all said the same thing. And that was the election was not credible, it was not transparent, and it was not balanced. We still haven't seen the electoral voting sheet. We will tell you, say, this particular polling station and this amount of votes they get, and these people they vote for. We haven't seen all of that being collated together. And that is the concern that only the observers that we can as alone highlight. But yes, still, we have a government in power. Okay. Again, we sit back and allow and accept and move on to say, okay, let's move on. Let's see what is going to happen next. That would have been the perfect time for shared democracy. Why? Because there is no legitimate winner of the election. According to even Electoral Commission, we then call NEC, not even give you a proportionate figure of saying overwhelmingly the SLPP won the election. Okay, so that would have been the perfect time for people of higher learning institutions in Sierra Leone would have started and say, well, now is the right time for us to have a shared representation of democracy. How? Okay, we have a sitting president who don't do first term, he will take back his seat, and then we have the opposition party, we get the flag bearer for be the vice president. I'll give an example in the UK. During the second term of David Cameron, we get conservative, liberal Dem, and Labour. Liberal Dem was doing extremely well because they had policies in place that was very good for young people. And the primary one we've been at the focus point of every discussion all over the country was tuition fees. Okay, tuition fees become an issue for abolish them and make sure that people still getting grants we not get for B loan. Okay, they did extremely well and put that structure in place and use them as a campaign tool for win the next election. And that election went right up to the tip of it. And we have three margin political parties where been the fight for the front seats, when are the prime minister seats. You have Labour, you have Conservative, and you have Liberal Dem. And were all doing extremely well at that particular election. But guess what? Nobody emerged as a popular winner. We go get the most popular votes, we go win the election with the highest amount of votes, we surpass the others. So they need to form a coalition. And Liberal Dem was right in the middle of that coalition. If they move right to the incumbent, conservative win. If they move left to the opposition, where now being Labour wins. So Liberal Dem has to make a decision. And they form a coalition government and they agreed on, I don't forget the guy name again when I've been leader. Do you remember his name?
Hold on.
Liberal Dem the leader with them he gets that same day.
Can't remember right now.
Okay, let's move on. So basically, the Liberal Dem leader at that particular.
Is it the older guy?
Eh?
The older guy?
No, not old, middle-aged guy. And I forget like some good-looking young man in the same yeah, those days. So basically, he became the deputy prime minister. But guess what? He traded their policy on tuition fees.
Correct, yeah.
And that became the downfall of Liberal
Party. Because I didn't campaign on for Ghana government.
So they campaign on a policy that they trade for deputy prime minister.
Yeah.
And guess what? Yes, he finally became the deputy prime minister. They gave them a couple of parliamentarian seats, but only for a short period of time because his deputy prime ministership lasted for the whole term. And that's it. But as a political party, they did not exist.
And the appointed financial secretary lasted for less than 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Most of them have position, but it was taken away from them because they don't need them really. They only need them for that particular election so that conservative will win it. So they form a coalition government. And
Nick Clegg.
Eh?
Nick Clegg.
That's him. Nick Clegg. Since then, nobody knows he was Nick Clegg anymore. That was the end of his political career.
Yeah.
Because it's getting something been very dear to the people of London, especially the youth, who were actually voting all out for Liberal Dem to win that election because they know that their tuition fees will be abolished and they will possibly have now grants and not student loan. So that was a very good proposal for an election, and they traded in. So if they were going to form a coalition government in Sierra Leone, the reason why 2023 will have been the best time, that because you have a huge discrepancy of the election results. And nobody has been declared winner overwhelmingly by all the observers and even the electoral watch that we have, as in NEC or how you call them. They don't even give you 110% clearance say SLPP won the election. They only gave us an interim result. That was not the final result. It was an interim result that the election declaration was made on.
Right.
Okay. So that would have been the perfect time to form a coalition. Even if APC as a party were so disgruntled,
correct,
so not happy,
yeah,
at least they will understand, say, for the sanity of Sierra Leone,
yeah,
the party, for the sanity of the people that actually took their time to vote, let's strike a deal, then split governance. So we have a couple of senior ministerial positions, and then we have the vice presidency.
Correct.
It would have been an easy walkover for Sierra Leone as a nation.
At that time.
At that time.
Correct.
But guess what? It didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. President must have 2 years of his second term. Now going to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't begin hearing about democratic sharing.
Power sharing.
How on earth can you be talking about sharing power when you are already on the exit door? So who are you creating the platform to share power with?
Right.
Because go on, Juma.
Carry on.
Because if where we are right now, and then the possibility of 2028 election is primarily focused on SLPP winning it, we will not have this discussion right now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not. Okay.
Right.
What are the possibilities now to say APC will win the next election? Is high. Why? Because SLPP as a political party hasn't done nothing for the people of Sierra Leone for them to be able to say to the world, we will vote SLPP come 2028. It is all clearly written on the wall, except otherwise, and all those kind of magic, or Solomon will be so blind, so dumb, and so deaf for make 2028 come, then say, no, we will still vote SLPP because they don't do very well for we, and we want for me to serve for another term. But I will not say constitutionally, quote unquote, according to the reviews of the president himself and few more other senior members of political parties in Sierra Leone, all man they say, oh, Bintumani 2 was the basis of two-term government of all of both political parties. That's now one of the criteria.
Who's Bintumani 2?
The Bintumani 2 where then we go talk about for peace coalition moving forward after the war.
Okay, but that's wrong.
Well,
that's not correct.
Naimeka say they use it as one of the basis.
It was not. It's a wrong narrative. Anybody who they sell that one day right now, T-boy, now lie in the life and the people of Sierra Leone.
No, but they're not say. I not say they say that agreement for civil against shared government.
But it's a basis. It was not the basis. The Constitution, Bintumani 2 happened after the 1991 Constitution.
Yes.
Wait till we get the laws where they govern with election laws, and how government they operate is the 1991 Constitution. Yes. The 1991 Constitution states for you, say, every president only entitled for serve 2 terms.
That's what I'm saying.
Not whether what you call it, continuous or not. You not get right for serve more than 2 terms in government. So anybody bring Bintumani 2 to you, tell us say the lie. But we can't address some certain things as well. We get for relates to that same day before carry on.
So basically, the proposal way and say they don't talk about Ayaron.
Yes.
And the proposal of 2-term presidency. Yeah. That's like the basis of voting then embark on for 2023 election. Or the president just don't do what and they get one more term.
Right.
Even though he did not win the election, but there were arguments based on that discussion or based on that decision, say, well, each president have to do 2 terms. So that's now one of his first term. So impose, say, get for do second term, whether we like it or not.
I like the word impose.
Of course, they impose. Because again, if you have done well, because I don't see any reason why, for example, an Escoma wouldn't have said, I'm doing 3rd term. Even though they propose them or they make noise about them, but that was not his agenda. But again, if APC as a political party ruling Sierra Leone for 10 years doing an Escoma government, with everything they don't do, at that point in time to 2018 election, if the basis of kicking APC out has not been accomplished, 2018 to 2023, then you don't have the mandate to continue. It is not.
Because you promise a new direction, you promise change, you promise, better democracy and everything.
Exactly. So if the reason for kicking APC out, none of them was accomplished from 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22 to 23 election, then you don't have the monopoly rights to be voted for. And that is exactly what we saw in Sierra Leone. So basically, for the fact that that happened, but not executed by the powers to be running the elections, That's where we are right now. But after that, we don't do 2 years, going to 3 years of the president in second term. Who is proposing shared democracy? And why? And when? Okay, can you guys wait after
2028.
election? Then we can now talk about shared democracy for 30 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see how that works. So we can propose it now, fine. And then say after APC the next 10 years of their own second intervention with political situations in Sierra Leone, then we will now begin put things on the table, say now we need to have a coalition government from now on going forward. Meaning, who wins the election will be the president, and who comes second will be the vice president, and we share ministerial positions amongst us. One day for Minister of Information, one go for, or everything that you have the minister, the next person should be the deputy, will come from the opposition party. Then we will now begin get that kind of dialogue. But not so now. I think it's too.
So thank you so much, T-Boy. I think you don't touch on a lot of things. Then I see Jerry Brown in comments earlier with the try for clarify, say the proportional representation not only limited to parliament or the legislature, but they talk about executive as well, ministerial position. That's correct. We're not been just don't come back, we're not come yet to that part of the argument. T-Boy don't introduce them. And I'm glad the way you mentioned, the Bintumani too and all of that kind of thing. Now, for sure, you say Bintumani too, where them in starts now the same I call them NPRC government, because I think that was Bintumani one or Bintumani two, I can't remember, but one of the Bintumanis where they not be one for hand over power to military government.
Yeah, they're not in the war.
Right, they're not going to hand over power to a civilian government. That was the bottom line. They say peace before elections. That's what NPRC was preaching. So, Bintumani two people go to our say no, whatever it is, we're going to solve the problem as we go along, but we need elections for go on.
Right.
So, election before peace. Now, actually, from that same day, the rebels so they begin cut people their hand. Say okay, and soon as soon I want
see that one they vote with.
Yes, no, soon they are now want to go thumbprint with, because at that time we voting now you thumbprint. Then they put ink na your finger, you put them, they get take pen for tick now thumbprint. So then cut your hand come out, so you know go able for thumbprint. Then they send you say go to Tijankaba or go to government. That's the kind of thing that way they use for traumatize people, for create problem, for let people forget about government completely. But like I stated earlier, with Constitution, the 1991 Constitution tell you how many terms you go serve for if you win the next elections. It not say by force you forget 2 terms. It say you can only get up to 2 terms, no more than 2 terms. That's what it stated, right? It did a black and white all man reader. The Tijankaba scenario, may so rest in peace. He served during a critical moment of in Sierra Leone, where we get war, we get overthrows and all of that. So the people of Sierra Leone decided to vote for him again, say, okay, not enjoying term of office the first time, and so there were so many interruptions. You get the 1997 coup, you get the May 8th incident, so many things that happen within that first 5 years. So they say, okay, in case instead of can change them, let we still give another term, so it go able for continue certain things. This was the people of Sierra Leone, not all the political party, and there was an election held. People voted for him overwhelmingly, a win landslide, because the people of Sierra Leone saw a reason to do that. That is how he became a 2-term president. Inside 2002, then declared the war over under an administration. whatever happen, it not happen, but it dey as signature in him. Okay? 2007, people were tired with the SLPP government because of a lot of things that happened. The killing of people, the court martial them and all of that. People started seeing like, oh, okay, it's like then they target a certain group of people. Say, let's eliminate all these people here. They're too powerful. Okay? They got rid of them. President Komaka, they voted for him. He won landslide. He cleared parliament. They got majority in a parliament because they don't tire with the SLPP government at the time. I say SLPP government because President Kaba not be there for contest again. Now be the late vice president Solomon Berewa, now I'm here for contest. But people did not think, they believe in him for vote for him. President Nkrumah win. President Nkrumah did well. He turned the country to a works here, not so?
Mm-hmm.
He said they run the country like business.
Yeah.
We're not going to say in government being perfect. We'll not say that. But we see the landmark within 5 years. We know he said they go and kill people there, and they go burn people there, they go here, they go massacre people there. We don't hear all of that. What will be here? He say then they pan dig road then also, then they make more roads now the southeast, the north, you understand, and western area. The country turned to a works here. Infrastructure become a thing. Okay, then one we see foreign investments coming in. The mining companies they will be done there, then begin they boom. Entrepreneurs, young business people, T-boy, a lot of people live in the diaspora for go see all these good things. We see people and they buy trucks, trailers them for supply to mining companies.
Yeah, London mining
and so on. People go into agriculture, all of that. So people saw that, but even at that, his second term was not smooth. It was threatened. People went, voted, and he won. Okay? In second and final term. When we begin hearing small rumor about, after you, SLPP took to the media, then go on a rampage, say there's no third term here, nothing no go happen. After Gbagbo, remember late Musa Tambasam was on radio. They actually printed T-shirts after Gbagbo, green T-shirts them. We see a lot of things happening. They protested, said no way no go happen. We're not going to get you for go serve for a third term. Whether that was true or not, because we never hear from government. We hear rumors around. But the SLPP not take a joke. Okay? 2018 elections, President Bio won the elections, or he was pronounced as the winner, whichever we look at it, but not in our governance. Like you stated, you don't serve that 5 years day, or within that 5 years, if I don't know, say, oh, okay, let's propose new things. Just like I proposed the proportional representation, if we don't propose them around that same time, they say, we'll get power sharing. Would have finished second and go be vice president. He did not do that. Again, like you stated, the opportunity came after the whatever kind result where they announced. He installed himself as president. Okay, he was sworn in. 9 days. He done there for 2 years. Electoral justice thing don't come up, all sorts of things. That's a perfect opportunity for you for say, okay, let's bring people in where you government do, but you did not do that. Now where you term they can expire, and at the same time you they pronounce say you not go, you understand? SLPP go come back for a third term. Where they can talk whatever they want to say, because I mentioned the Solomon Bera thing, because Solomon Bera said even if not one person votes, now not the next president of Sierra Leone. But the people decided otherwise. So President Bio can say that it's up to the people. But for come now and say you want for can change laws for impose, say power sharing, would have finished second and go be vice president, then they will appoint ministers. Let us say this now. You do not need new laws to appoint people, forget a government of national face. You do not need new laws forget a government of national unity. You don't need new laws. You don't need for change the constitution just for that. You don't need it. And I'll tell you why. Go back to the same history what they talk about. President Kaba in government, then call her waiting a government of national unity, a broad-based government of national unity. Not so?
Yeah.
We saw that, how it happened and everything. You get people from different parts of the country, new people and all of that. Now, technocrat government. Anybody grumble? Nobody not grumble. Because the constitution say the president get right for hire and fire. And with same constitution, all written inside the constitution, T-boy, waiting me understand or I might be wrong. They talk about three things here. So they talk about freedom, equity, and justice. Freedom, equity, and justice. That's what the constitution, how they write and blue, black, and sonoba, and so me understand. And then three things then they cover inside that constitution. Because you freedom for do what you want for do, they understand? You get rights, you get obligations. Equity, that means say, waiting blanks me, nine for blank yourself. The right way they enjoy, nine myself for enjoy. Justice, we all equal before the law. Not also justice for all. For me, I don't even understand by the whole constitution, all the almost 100 pages then. That's my understanding. Then three things then they. Okay? Now we come to this thing about power sharing. Now the executive. You do not need a law to do that. And at the back, my argument based on what happened from 1996 with the Tijan Kaba government, and even President Kuma in government, where he gets a coalition of PMDC, he appointed PMDC people as strategic positions. True or false?
True.
Appointed them in strategic positions. Let me go back to President Kaba during the second term or whatever, when the war day. Okay, serious for let we end the war. The RAF were not a part of the political system, but because they want for pull them, they created offices for them. It creates an office where equivalent to vice president. He was not a vice president, but he was given chairman position where equivalent to vice president status. Okay, they enjoy the right until informal for himself. Now they watch over the minerals, the this, the that, then call people in a RAF where they give position, then call people in I call them late Johnny Paul Kruma in party, PLP, then give them position.
RAF became an official political party.
Exactly, they help, government help fund the RAF for let it become a political party. The same with PLP, because you wanted a national face, you wanted unity, you wanted national cohesion. You do not need new laws to do that. You don't need new laws. You don't need for change the laws for do that day, because the constitution already make provision for that and give the president all the powers for appoint and fire. President, if you're sincere enough, you don't have to wait for 2028 and make new laws for let you appoint 10, 15, 20 people in your cabinet for let you get a national face. You don't need it. But then again, from 2018 to date, T-boy, let's look at the government. Awale, we see one side. Let anybody tell me one side where President Bio in government similar to President Kuma in government or President Tijan Kaba in government. Let them show me one where they represent the people of Sierra Leone. It's not there. It is not. In President Kuma's government, you get all region, all tribes now in government. All. People like Gombe say you even get more people now in the Southeast now in government. And not a backdoor position, top positions. We can name them today. Musa Tarali, for example. How many ministries will Musa Tarali serve? He served as what? A Minister of State, Southern Region. He commoded and bring on and put on a Minister of Lands, right? He served there for a long time, then put on internal affairs. Imagine internal affairs. But then he contested against the APC in 2018. Right? But he enjoyed it. We party with brother. Moje Kai. He served now how many ministries? Labor, social welfare. Instead served now Minister of State, Southern Province. So many people that we go count. Over 20 people that we served that President Nkrumah in government. And the same for President Kaba in government as well. He gets a national face. You get woman, man, then young people, this, that, all kind of people in the inside it. Because you get people from PDP, we serve now in government, UNPP, all sorts. We didn't have President Kaba in government. But when you look at this government from 2018 to date, all the people that we did it, not to just Sierra Leoneans, but now people that we now staunch SLPP people. No APC person or I call him President Bill in government. And he tell me, he say, waiting, I they only work with people them who support me and we are comfortable with. Those were his words, not mine, but those were his words in 2018. So problem don't happen, then announce interim results or whatever figure then go get because them still they count now put locker where the result they announce. So even the ECSL officers then put locker say, well, what's this result they announce? We not send we it. We not count here in the ballot box and there. We not even open there. But they don't announce 60%. Who side is 60% come out? All the turmoil we don't day from that same day to now. You not see reason for appoint people into your government now for let get a national face. Only close to the end of your term, now they suggest say, oh well, you know it's now, for let look like a one country, let all look like a the same people we'll get president, we'll get vice president, then the president go appoint more people. But at the same time, there is still that caveat say the president can fire them at any time we want. So the SLPP, God forbid, SLPP win under that arrangement day. God forbid, Astafulai 10-10-10 under that arrangement day. Then they fire back. As you appoint them in 24 hours, you fire them all in 24 hours. What you go do? Now, there's no protection for them. So
I agree with you.
Go ahead, T-Boy. Yeah.
So basically, with all what you don't say, the risk factor is extremely higher than the acceptance factor. Because, pardon me, when you look at the risk involved in this, like you clearly say, they will appoint you and dismiss you the next day. What other guarantee, which we don't have? We've never had any guarantee from this government for the past 7 or 8 years coming. So we did look at something we know should not get for be tangible. You not get for water. There is no evidence based for say this that happened before. It hasn't been practiced in any way, shape, or form over the past 8 years. We've seen all the execution of the presidents and empowers the way he gets with the appoints and dismiss. So what are the possibilities for solution? We can have a shared, okay, it's not going to be the one who's going to take that seat anymore. It might be somebody from the APC. Okay, let's say the person from the APC. So now that we're coming to the end of this current SLPP government, is it the time now we should be reviewing the things that were nice that we didn't do? They say married again for sweetener from the bachelors, you would not suffer and marry those stay. Now we don't ready for divorce you for they could get to benefit for they could move on. Now they tell you for make you can negotiate, say, oh no, more not scatter again. All which have we don't do before, I saw you, but I'm not gonna do it again. Now let's try it again. Who's married woman or married man they take the thing in there?
So T-Boy. Coming quick. I hope say family ready for we because why you want take on this. You see, the SLPP think they're smart. Okay. Now so they start for chuk one party system, doing Albert Maga in term. APC can implement them.
Yeah, then vex. They're digging themselves a hole.
Then they vex. So you think you say you smart enough that where APC win the elections in 2028, that they be vice president. Yeah, you can be vice president. You can be this, you can be that. Then fire you. They say change the law. They make a one party state, then they makes okay. Well, they rule now for the next 20 years. Election or they get what you can do. Nothing you don't get for do. Nothing bugged on you not get for able for do. So then they go create just do the right thing. Follow this constitution, this simple constitution we'll get so 1991. Follow am from A to Z. If you want to add Bunyade, as you as you don't say you don't complete all your mission, they add Bunya as well. You know, just do waiting this slave. Follow unto the latter, you'll be fine. Just do that. You set up independent media commission. You don't irritate today, but for when are the last time you hear it, boy?
I am sure they exist too.
They don't exist again.
They don't exist.
Yeah, the independent media, not also independent media commission, independent peace commission or whatever for national unity. That's how we've been going at that meeting. I've been to money.
They don't exist anymore.
They don't exist again. Now under them watch, they kill people them, then do all kinds of things to people and then they harass people and then they arrest people them. Under them tripartite. Why make them not been put down in the law that tripartite say, well, for the good of all, just like you said, T-Boy earlier, let's have a government of national unity for the rest of this time. So we're going to build the country in a cohesive way.
Okay, no, you know late it, Juma. You know
late.
No, hold on. It gets 2 more official years left. So
it not late.
Hey, wait, no. Boy, self, you know, go steady. It can begin for apply now small. So look,
T-Boy, it don't late.
Let's change the vice president and bring APC vice president.
It don't late. By the same way December they reach, now full-fledged election mode with the day. You said no that day.
Before election come, you cannot be preaching what you're not doing. So preach justice and execute it. So we now preach, we will propose shared governance, right? For 2028. For win. I begin to this and I can understand what it means. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to select from my 5 ministries or from my 20-something ministries or 30 cabinet ministers they want to get.
Now 30, not 100, another each 100.
Well, I need to count the 1, 2, 3, 4 them. But so far so good. I just to say an estimated figure. From my head, let's say 40 ministerial positions. I'll give APC 15. I'll give where PMDC doesn't exist, C4C doesn't exist, and
NGC don't exist.
Now, Femi Pasi,
no, just say you give APC 30, you they keep 10. Just
no, that's not of you, Juma.
If you believe, say the system, because you don't want APC from 2018 to date, compensates the well.
Not a proper figure. Let's say he give APC 15. Because you can forget at least 2 or 3 more than APC. Okay, let's say he give APC 18 out of 40. And then, he give APC 15 out of 40. And then APC keep the vice presidency. And execute that for the next 2 years.
But not there for like pull the vice president in the first place. It's not
already. How you expect for me to pull for me to do governance way then get for lost the next election?
No, so what's the thing? I can tell you say you don't need law because the plan is now for change the constitution, not just for that, but for other things as well. Now that's the plan. You have to understand how they think.
Why make you not actually able for executor now, you expect to execute in 2028? That's the question. Because to be honest to you, okay, with the proposed here, we need to forget Ascot Pishners alone, until don't get new presidents. Approved school. Okay, why we need to forget Sunday? But before they get the Ascot, look, we begin get carpet grass first with the apart from the proper Ascot.
But the Ascot easier for make. So
I'm just saying now. I the propose say I get for build us next year. I don't begin by the foundation. I don't begin by the land, begin lay the foundation of the house, and begin see the progress of the foundation for make the house go stand for next year. But as far as I'm concerned right now, we don't deal with any kind of lip service there so from the SLPP government. So I don't buy nothing of it. I am not endorsing it myself personally. That's my opinion. I am not buying it. I'm not endorsing it. I am not even anticipating discussing it at all. It is not on the table for discussion, period. If they want to put that on the table for discussion, the parliament, then they wait after 2028. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. After 2038, then we dey begin plan now how to execute the governance of power sharing in Sierra Leone. It makes sense because you're not going to slap people and then two-face them, not to one side, on both sides, and then you ask them why you went past the other side. Hello?
So two things, right? Let me Femi first. All right. Okay. Femi ready for me. Yeah, ready. So two things.
Yes.
A government where don't say they're not get for handover power. Right? They say they're not get for handover power. That's a one. A government where don't tell you say they not ever win elections, free and fair elections. They not ever win elections. This is not the former chairman nine talks of for the SLPP. Nine says talk about that person. Huh?
Bullets.
Please Harding. Nine says so you don't say that. They say una no go ever hand over power. How you want for can share something you not ever willing for handover?
But then one, but two, the president have not say he not go work with anybody.
We're not trust.
Not tabby.
Yes.
So how you want for can share power?
Right. No, so tell go say in the can go now.
No, in the left representation.
Right.
So basically the representation where they left, how would you trust him to work with people that are not on your camp? When they think like you? And you don't make a clear cut, mandatory, for say, if you have certain name tag, you come on a certain region, you're not fit to work in his government. You don't actually execute them. So what's in that you turn now? What has changed? What's it make you now begin think, say, okay, you don't realize, say, we all now one, but we all not to be one since 2018 right up till this. Why now all of a sudden we are all the same people? We belong to the same nation. We came from the same tribe. We are from the same family. Really? Yeah. I think that something don't go wrong. Either something don't happen where they make somebody go, or I don't want to talk with that with you, man. I think you could always, but me always it.
And Femi Kokoros. Femi, not ready for it?
Obviously speaking, it's about time we start looking at some of these discussions then, and we totally not put them. It should not even be intended on any table for discussion. Because it's not just outrageous, but it is insulting, humiliating, disgrading. Everything where you think of now, the world will not get the proper adjective or verb for describe that particular word they who for begins to them and discuss. Why now? What's happened all these past 5 years?
And for that benefit.
Thank you. Is it for the benefit of Sierra Leone or specific individuals that want to just be in the powers of corridors to be? What? Oh, change not sweet anymore?
Right.
Oh, new government is not the same like it used to be anymore? Oh, what happened with the destabilization of the civil services where you can't change people because of who they are? Come on. There is a mandate where say permanent secretaries should not be changed. How many permanent secretaries have lost their job? You know how many people who are not physically we talk say
exactly the people that when a tenured position.
Exactly.
You kick them all come out.
How many of them
where the constitution protects
that doesn't move?
Right.
And as Koma came to power, permanent secretaries were not changed for nothing.
But when the ministers them, it took 6 months.
We see how the high commissions have been run. Then they changed 3 people. Now the high commissions all over the world. The high commissioner, the
head of chancery,
the information attaché, and then the one with the
head of chancery, head of chancery.
Those 3 individuals are the only people that then they physically change and not so instantly.
Yeah.
Because you can't forget a smooth transition. We've seen that happen in the UK, to be specific. The High Commission is like our front door. We'll open and go inside any other time we'll like. And we don't see the elements of changes that will happen that this High Commission for the past 30 years. And the same people that have been working at that High Commission are still there, apart from those three significant changes that I've said. Also, now Europe now is switching, not switching as alone. The civil service cannot be changed because the civil service are responsible for running the affairs of any administrative arms of government.
Qualify you, which is supposed to be. They're not supposed to be.
Well, I would say suppose. I don't know supposed to. It is mandatory. So the civil services are responsible for running the administrative affairs of any government institution.
Correct.
It should not be a question mark. If you change any civil servant, you send them to a different post. Because it's a continuity of the work we don't do in the Ministry of Information, then back they go do now the Ministry of Health. The only thing where they change now the dispensation of the words them and the topic of discussion that we possibly not they happen at the Ministry of Agriculture, we're going to take place at the Ministry of Health. So if you're switching,
like sector specific.
Thank you. Bring somebody who don't work in the Ministry of Health, maybe then a McKinney, you go and can put local, you can't go Kenema. Then it is the same language. But no go put somebody where be the work as permanent sex in agriculture, then you can't go as permanent sex now water works.
So again, now go back to the power sharing crap we didn't talk about. Because you have people that works for you for the Yukana government, right? Those people are loyal, then come, they work for you, they don't do all things, they understand your policy ideas and all of that. Then all of a sudden, you grab, you come, you say, okay, no, then people and they will not go work with them. Me, the president, I mean, no more get the power. Let her appoint all the other people then from the opposition and come and put them down, let them work for me. Then tomorrow when you fail, you begin blame the opposition, say then can they undermine your government. Because you read that book, say, you understand, because I know they're in tune. And if you get post like President Bio, where don't tell you, say, only they work with the people they want trust, they want sabi, they want comfortable with. You go even work with them people and there, or you go just give them desk, office desk and chair, and they're not a part of your decision-making process. So a lot of things there way for think about. I don't think personally you need new laws or new arrangements for let you able for appoint people forget a national face. But no, Femi, you ready for me? Okay. Follow get a government where they represent every Sierra Leonean or within Sierra Leone look like, where they represent the green, white, and blue. You don't need that law. Because you, the president, you get enormous powers for hire and fire. You for use your wisdom and looking at the prevailing circumstance for calm bring people away go help you for work. You don't need law, because if you can't put the law, you can still appoint them, but then you need use them, you need utilize them. You go use the gatesman for do the what you call them, the minister in work, because you don't believe the minister, and that we've seen a lot. From where they want to take over, this SLPP government take over 2018, we saw that a lot happening, where people, when are directors or senior people, they'll put them in a corner. The one they phone to by the way they appoint today, where they part of the government or where they part of the party, now then they allow for they do their work then. So then they just sit down for collect salary. We've seen that, Steve Boy.
Not once, not twice, many a times. Many a times. Because again, if you look at the appointments then based on qualifications, I will not say all of them are qualified. They're not. Mm-hmm. Okay, even if you qualify, do you have the experience to run those industries or head of parastatals or whichever ministry that they go on? They're not. You know, go grab, you take somebody with the blog, you go turn out to Minister of Information. Hello? Where's the qualification and credentials? You know, take somebody with something, not even run or manage any kind of institution in life. You go turn out to director of sports.
And more things than the way are they used for let people understand, say you don't need laws, because if the laws then they didn't follow them, Femi, where you like a thumbs up, please. You know where you understand me? The one where the laws then they you know, the follower. Take simple example. There are positions where the Constitution states clearly say, them position here or this activity here, so you get for do am in consultation of other political parties. For example, the appointment of ECSL commissioners, right? It states they say, for let you appoint, you get for do am in consultation with the opposition or the other political parties. I want you tell me how many times this government don't do that. Before that, we will tell them, will say, no side, no day, where it's say for consult. We're not able to protect the Auditor General, Lara Taylor Pierce, right? She got fired for doing her job, for God's sake, or got kicked out for doing her job, then go form a tribunal and all of that. And that decision, they stand. Why? Because they just want for proof points. And this supposed to be a tenured position where protected by the Constitution. Now you want to make new laws then for big full people. It's not going to work that way. But welcome, Femi. Long time, and welcome to how they go inside the Republic. Why you let yourself add your voice on this?
Hello, Juma. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I hope say family in the hear me. I'm not sure. You don't
family, if una dey hear Femi, una give it thumbs up, please.
Yes.
Una give it thumbs up if una dey hear Femi.
Wait, no make a talk no. Family una kushe o. Juma it don't upset me in London. I know they lie. Right now I'm vexed on this with Juma, but I go deal with her later. But you know, welcome, thank you. I know soon I don't begin this talk here for a while, so points all day I can say hello and welcome. I just see una kushe una kabo. This talk very interesting. I mean area like a joke Juma. See they want do what's that the word? Power sharing. I really feel it's a joke them in a joke. Until the other day I do small research and I find out see actually SLPP Minam. But I don't blame them really. T-Boy talks on things just now. We say them for beginning and today. We say one do tomorrow. And me have agree with Andy. I think say if they share the power don't they two are not so since election. So I make it go sit down, make other person can take over. That's power sharing.
Simple. Let's go have time.
Yeah, exactly. So so if the Bible do that, then we accept. that's all I gotta say about this.
But you know, Femi, now this then say good do. Even right now, I can tell T-Boy say don't late. Because the intention, you understand? After everything that had happened over the years and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't carry bad name by myself. Some good and Alex, if you have for doing to me, I say no, keep on to yourself there.
No, I agree, Jim. I think it's too late to be talking Andy now. If really and truly they mean any good for we country, after the last election we've been get so much turmoil that thing them for the announce say we're going to have a coalition government, you know, so they want call them and then shape the minister them with relevant position, take presidents, take vice presidents. T-Boy right like how England been do under Nick Clegg. I think so around that 10 day quite a few countries them around Europe then seven they do some form of power sharing. So you know there was precedents been on set. If them you want do that was the opportunity for Duam after the last election.
Yeah. No, the only thing with me they say about the vice president, because the constitution not allow that under this constitution. However, you can create an equivalent position. You get chief minister position. You can upgrade that chief minister position for make them powerful in parallel with the vice president position. You understand? Mm-hmm. There are more powers for them able to do more things because there's a precedent already, like I say, under Tijan Kabayan government, the late for the Sanko, they make a chairman for strategic mineral resources where get the same status as vice president. You don't do that at the time. But you know,
but Juma, there's a few things that we I think say as a country and as a parliament, if I can call on that, they don't do wrong. You know, we don't have multi-party system in Sierra Leone. So two day for talk. Right now, na SLPP again in APC in opposition. All the other party them don't let you down and disappear. And even APC self up to a point, I think say they not try outside two day for talk, because my own opinion, the biggest mistake after the last election was going back to parliament. I think say the stand with them in on take, say they know they go parliament. I think say that was a worthy stand. If they carry on with that thing there, right now the whole world before the talk say we get an illegitimate government sitting in Sierra Leone. But APC's decision to go back into parliament gave SLPP the mandate for carry on for doing it, and they do so. That's my opinion.
Well, that's a fair opinion, and I agree with most of the things that we say, definitely, on that side. But the only thing I want for challenge, now we say we not get multi-party system. We do have it, but people decide otherwise. The reason they say that in 2018, we get C4C, we get 8 seats in parliament, right? We get NGC, we get 4 seats in parliament, then we get other parliamentarians that we get independent seats. I think at least 2 MPs that will not be independent candidates that we go to parliament. So we have a multi-party system, but it's difficult for less smaller political parties survive. It's difficult. So these arguments about proportional representation, the intention was to help smaller parties for survive. Where we not be get proportional representation, we get the constituency-based elections, we get smaller parties in parliament or other political parties in parliament. So we had a multi-party system. Now where you don't get proportional representation, you not just not get smaller parties, but you have areas and constituencies that do not have representation in parliament. But then you have one constituency or one area, the district block system, where gets 8 or 10 people where they on standby. They wait for the one person die, so then go take over. Because then they on that number 2 now the category. But then you have constituencies that do not, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 constituencies where not get representation at parliament. And then you get SLPP MPs then flooded all in the northwest, but nothing for APC in the southeast, or at only 2 in the southeast.
So literally most of we 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th party them are usually a breakaway from 2 of the big one them. Are usually disgruntled former people away sometimes being get aspiration for position. Not to all of them, but majority of them we don't call so just now. You call C4C, NGC, people and decide for breakaway. But if you look attentively, all them people and they don't go back. Nah, the big party there.
Right.
So for me, that's the problem we have as Sierra Leoneans. You know, it would be nice if somebody or if some people come together for the greater good, you know, and we stick to them through thick and thin. If you work, it work. If you not work, sometimes go work in 20 years' time, because you can't build party today and rule today. Nonsense at the world not the way that need to happen. So I just think say some of them people as we go back na them party them show we say they're not being get true love for Sierra Leone. So that's where we are. We need a new formula. And if SLPP come on power and APC can, well, the only people who ever can power na APC can power, we hope say things will change. You know, as the people of Sierra Leone, them believe say we SLPP can power, things then for change. And things actually did change, Juma.
So there was, yeah.
Of course.
Exactly.
You know, but the problem why things changed to the worst is because we as a people, I don't want to take credit for him because I was not in favor, but we as a people appointed people in positions of responsibility where we not for don't go give them position in there. We knew we knew their abilities, we knew their capabilities, but yet we went blindly to the ballot box and voted them in. I can't understand how that happened, and I can't understand how we allowed Andy for happen the last election, because true say this current government not win that election day, but wetin happen, we APC did not win it in the numbers they should have won it. If APC be not win and throw this current party out, we not me for dinner the position will they so. But we hope say in not 2 years left.
Yeah, almost.
In 2 years, we go able for appoint the right people them in government for help we country go before.
Exactly, and that is the reason why this kind of conversation important and relevant. Because, like you stated, if people had voted overwhelmingly for the APC by a landslide margin,
which that should have happened.
Exactly, with everything we don't happen at the country, then we not for get this.
Then for don't forget that.
But because people get this habit for say, oh, APC and SLPP are the same. No, it's not the same. It is not. Now, two political parties, they only run for government. We can't take say SLPP don't perform so poorly. They don't do all this. They can couch them inside APC for cover up. Deal with SLPP as SLPP because you dealt with APC as APC during 2018. You say they perform badly, dynamic enough. So don't come and tell us APC and SLPP are the same thing.
So Juma.
Yes, sir.
You right here on that. So the answer is now we the people of Sierra Leone.
Correct.
Get for choose who that would put. And really and truly, if APC win that election day. Really and truly, why APC for encourage SLPP for can power share with them? Why?
Thank you.
And likewise, if SLPP win that election day, why SLPP for encourage APC for can power share with them? It's a gimmick for continue for full. The people of Sierra Leone say we're a democratic party, we mean good for una. Look who they open, we hands them in. As I think T-Boy say earlier on, when you look through the government offices, them now one region of the country represented.
Yeah.
Out of almost million we get now, 8 million people. Them yes, we agree. Say that region is possibly one of the biggest, but still, if you just discount all the other small people, them you're taking away a huge potential people where you can appoint.
And you're right, because now, so if you tell people who can power share, then we don't need an election.
No, exactly.
That's what you're telling us. Because arrangements already done they say where this makes you go make just make them by turn now. Where this rule 2.5 years, the other one can't take over 2.5 years. Then we know for say that. Then you save us the money and the time and the life for go get elections.
And the killings.
And the
imprisonment.
The imprisonment and all of that. Where people go vote, then you take the result, you turn out to what you want. We don't need all of that. Tibasi don't go quiet for a while.
No,
it think for come back on this one.
Power share.
But
so
I listen to Femi carefully and the discussion will also they get together. And I believe say are they in line with the same kind of level of what you say they think of. But what's the number I think we have to say we don't left out. Now what Femi highlights say what I say earlier on, if you want for exercise, you want for be liberal, you want for show you democratic, if you do it now. And I still be saying you have the right to do it now. Maybe
good do.
As I said, T-Boy, if they really want for power share, it's simple. Make them pack them bag and go. They don't do half the time already. So make the other party can do the other half. May not look at the vice president business. No, make the all pack and go. They don't do half the 2.5 years. Make the other party can do the balance 2.5 years.
Yeah, they will not say they're serious.
Yes.
So that's ending now 2028 will not say a clean slate.
Exactly.
We'll not say power share impossible.
No, but you see, what if let me say earlier when we say if APC believes saying they win the next election, why don't we share power?
Yeah.
Either SLPP believes saying they win the election election, why don't we share power?
Nobody not go down.
So right now,
nobody will do that.
So right now, the only possibility.
If we wait 2038 or 2032, because that will be the right time now for me to begin assessing. Okay, final problem. We cannot be fighting each other anymore. Let's come together and have a coalition government.
So
hold on, Juma. Hold on, Juma. T-boy. See for Sina Kono Party not so.
Don't talk about party, oh.
Hey, see you. But now they fan base day.
Not talk about party.
Okay, I take that back.
Okay.
T-boy.
Yes.
See for Sina existed no more not so.
Well, they cease to exist in parliament.
The leader. I don't like this guy business.
Yes, they do exist.
I don't like
don't
your
exist
business.
in parliament no more. Yes, I agree.
I don't like your business. Answer the question.
But the question I asked
Okay,
also,
the leader don't go back na informal party.
well, not fully accepted yet, but it intend for go back to
the
informal.
man don't go by, they don't accept I don't get ID card, it's getting for the party gonna court.
Okay, well, I do my head now. No to me.
T-boy,
Yes,
me
maybe.
former admirer.
Who that?
I didn't lie, I didn't talk. NGC, Mr. Kekemai. Don't go back na party, informal party no so.
He
Well, he don't go back to SLPP. He was not a member of SLPP the first
okay.
So he
time.
was
know
a
what
member.
I
I
mean.
saw his membership card.
He was not.
Yes, he was a member.
He was not.
Registered in 2018.
He not be member of
He
SLPP.
registered 2018. He was a member.
Okay, all right. Okay,
All
no,
right.
give that.
All right,
They don't go
T-boy,
back to my
thank you.
party.
Yeah.
So he don't go back na party not so.
Yeah.
Okay, PMDC.
They don't exist.
Okay, they're former leader.
He's still there, but they don't exist.
Yeah.
But it says don't go back no so.
No, we're not going on, sir.
No, ever left him but you.
They never left PMDC.
Ever left PMDC. oh,
But
that
all
you-
PMDC members they all don't go back na them party.
Yeah, some days APC, some days SLPP.
Very few
Some
the
still
APC.
there, yeah.
There are very few days.
Very few the
That's
APC.
correct.
Okay, so honestly, this is a lesson now for APC. At the moment, APC they perfect themselves, who got left and center. That's who they for talk. But SLPP then they reunite. Then they unite.
You
So
sure
this
say that
is-
they unite
well, then they unite. Where election can we talk the balance?
with the Kokoro? Then they-
Trust me, they will eventually come together under a candidate.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
agree with
say
that,
APC
yeah.
do so and do so very quickly before they allow SLPP for take 2028 election.
No, Femi, for answer your question, I will agree for what you say. All those people that have been in their former positions of their former political parties don't go back to the original south side and believe say them come out from. That day I will agree with that. But what thing I'm not going to agree with, the APC as a political party therefore be fractured like this, right up to the pipeline of going into the flag bearer or local executive election. Until that happens, they will be like this. Yeah? Because it is election year for them. And because of the election year, campaigning is happening all over. And now just imagine, SLPP as a political party, I've now seen the exit of the political party in power come 2028. So basically what they're now doing, who is going to succeed President Bill as the leader of the party? Now that's not a problem. Oh.
Yes.
That's their problem right now. Who is going to succeed President Bill as the leader of the
Yes.
political party? That what they now we don't begin see so.
Yes. I agree
That
with
what
you.
not for and
It's
soon.
not there for easy. Especially with the candidates that we don't see.
All right.
People don't see so. Not just one fraction of 1 in 10. Okay. What do we get for C now the SLPP? It get for worse than what you get for C with the APC. If you look at the beginning of SLPP accepting the fact that they are exiting power, you still have the individuals they're waiting at the party where one for still hold on to the party in hierarchy. Because when come 2028, if you are not on the front line of the party hierarchy, you will suffer the consequences of not being in power. That is practically what they're doing right now.
So Juma,
Yes, sir.
how we can call Salon, Mama Salon not also.
Mama Salon.
Yes, Sierra Leone it's our mother, our motherland, not also. And in Sierra Leone and in other parts of the world, we get to say we get two mama then a house, not also,
Yeah.
and one papa. But we don't ever you get one mama and two papa in house.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying I don't know how we're going to power share this thing. Imagine you did that also one day you UFC they bring other man come.
Yes.
Or other man can say Paupa in the can shape you wave.
Yes.
Now one pan in Coco.
Yes. So you mentioned something, although we're going to forget a program on that specifically on the APC thing. And again, T-Boy starts fine, right? I am very optimistic about the APC. Very optimistic that the APC get for pull together when that time they reach. Sure. They fight again. And what is happening today, like T-Boy stated, for me, new, and I'm not surprised for a few things. APC lost the 2018 elections where nobody expected and they lost them.
Overconfident.
Exactly. The APC was in high spirit. There are a few things here and there, but those are all normal things. Okay? The one thing where I go agree with you, not just with the APC, but all the political parties in Sierra Leone, and not just political parties, but every institution in Sierra Leone, they do not have transition plans. Transition plan, they not ever plan for, the downtime or when something they go wrong. And they take them back to tradition before how we do with daily lives, right? Then I come back to this politics thing. The normal Salomon, in my own opinion, with mentality, wait till we get today, we they eat all for today and say God day for tomorrow. And I want. Where people in the farm, people get Boku farm them. Where they don't harvest, dry season, then they eat, then they make outdoor, they make football party, they make wood par, all kinds of program where they don't even need for make. Then they make and just for eat all the rest. Tibo and Allah, lie.
You know, like.
Forget you say in 2 or 3 months later, rainy season they come, then you not even get rest. So in close way we don't go by, now you for go sell for let them get 1 cup rest. Now so the political parties then they. Political parties not the plan say there's going to be a time when we don't in a government.
Okay.
If we're not in a government, how we survive.
So Juma, these are lessons in life for we all.
Exactly.
But we don't get some smarter IMP them with the among we. We the look at the world of football. The money where footballers they make. I'm talking about world class player they make in the 70s and 80s. No matter how you say they all, some of them some postman, some of them get for go find other work, some of them go buy pub for ensure say they're able to carry on living a good life after their football career done. The footballers them of today, if them work them foot today, they left for play today, then great gun picking and get for gentry. Yeah. Politicians they don't change. That thief for them in the thief today, and almost 2 years later they begin fen and tumult. They we sabi some man they waiting a government we don't buy us na Mayfair. We can buy us na England cash. You want to tell me say down in the inside 2 years then go for sofa?
Okay, so you're talking about the individual politicians. This time I'm talking about the political parties, the institution. Okay? When party then in a government, they don't strengthen their political parties. You understand? The people the way they appoint and all that we go under the party symbol. They're not a plan. Say we get for day na opposition to. That's what happened with the APC. APC ruled for the 10 years or governed for the 10 years. After that, the party no get money because plan no day. Say we the individuals them we get for need this political platform when at the party for tomorrow bambai. So let we strengthen this political party, make them self-reliant, look out for the institution and grow them in a way where we need and tomorrow will be prepared. Let's have a plan. If we the opposition, how we get for fed back for Kana governance. All the other political parties outside, say like the West, they have those plans because the party they function whilst you in governance. So the party operates most I would say
the Democratic Party not try.
And when I get for can give that example, I get for can give that example that the same shock with the Democratic Party in America is the same thing that's happening with the APC today. You know, so 5 years you don't in opposition, now they lead to 7 years, coupled with a brutal incumbent government where not they look at say, okay, you all now one Sierra Leoneans, now we know more they lead rights now, but they want to party them, they not care, them brutalize them, take their money, them, all the people that they know for say, for support the political party out of governance, then cripple them all. You might want to be upset, but that's their strategy. Not favorable to we, but that is their strategy, worked for them. So like you said, these are lessons learned for the APC.
Indeed.
Now, all you need for do as a party, I'm writing a piece where they're in a draft form, hopefully I'll done it by tomorrow. We get specifically for doing this. What you do now is to look at the playbook of the SLPP. How did they come to governance in 2018? Right? They came to governance because they may get the same FET for 10 years. The FET we didn't be in SLPP, not in APC right now. The FET. But 6 months to elections, they decided to rally behind someone who's been unemployed for 22 years. For 22 years, they're going to Issa Catsquare Hall, now Wilkinson Road, all the one they be the contest, say, you know it's in, low they be in this man. The one post maybe one make Gaya, when I KKY, then back foot and then kick and they say, Paddy, go see the over under force. Go do your own thing. Now then they help them in kind of governance. The good thing about the APC right now, after the convention in 2026, in in February, or whatever dates they will agree on, they have 2 years. 2 years to prepare for governance and for make sure so they prepare for win the elections. And that is possible because they had done it in 2007. So that now make me optimistic, say, the APC will pull through. I don't know, sometimes I'm blind, but...
No, I think, say, my fear, my fear is we get a repeat of 2018. 2018 election, really and truly, APC for winner.
Yeah.
But I believe say they were overconfident. There was a lot of infighting until last minute they mislead themselves. You can't win. What think you about a house divided? You can't win anything so. You know, at some point, one person get for lead, and the rest have to agree to follow.
I agree, Femi. And now anybody where something too naive, now you go follow that divided house kind of thing. Because imagine, right, waiting APC don't go through for this number of years. Then you decide for go back in opposition in 2028. Then you get for the opposition for another 5 years and you don't know how long it's going to take you. That will be the end of the APC. That would be it. And you were the first for power thinking, say, okay, let's show me strength, let's show me power, become me one great powerful, I don't care about the rest. What will happen to you? Now, the same mistake where some people make in 2018, say, okay, then pick somebody who will not favor, so law not support, allow they behind, law not do anything. But when the trouble come, Commission of Inquiry.
Yes.
Not all my
the forget the Commission of Inquiry. Look at the people of Sierra Leone. It's everybody. Right. You know, all the promises that we make, although some man say don't it finish from A to Z, but we all see.
Exactly.
We all see the reality. We all see almost for one bag rice. We all see
Right.
petrol. You know, kerosene self man and not get mine buy again.
Then still is a kerosene self.
Well,
That's the question.
you know, constant blackouts.
Mhm.
You know, it's you know, yes, the world gets financial issues, but poor management of our resource now make we country dey outside this. So then they mismanage the country money, then they spend per wetin then think say na priority, but that priority dey na for them and their families, not for the country. Then they sell all we land them to foreigner them, say then they can invest in developed areas. We not see all them development also. They don't promise we bridge, we not see bridge. They don't promise we university, we not see university. They promise we hospital, we not see hospital. I should say there's many more where I can't think of right now. And this is 7 years in governance. We know they
Right.
say make them for don done all them tears so, but at least we for don see that bridge don go far, foundation for don lay, we for don see pillar them begin chook out of the water.
You see, I never say kerosene not in a salon again.
Inside 7 years, you know, indeed. Not to say not there. Now money not there for buy.
No, kerosene no in a salon again, Femi. Not so many for buy.
But money not there for buy. You go ask that woman for buy charcoal self right now with the struggle, T-boy. For buy charcoal right now, first of all, the toll gates we get for pay for bring the rent and the kind inside free town, no problem.
So right now, they can plan for Bilwa Road where they're saying a Matujong toll gates. Can you imagine? The one where the people in the I mean, no, they say they want for make road, they don't get the financing for make toll gates there as well. But again, going back to this same thing, and it's a serious issue, the issue about the APC, because for letting people vote you in, they have to see that you're ready to provide the alternative. So all these small fat, big full egos, then pettiness, it's not important. It's not necessary if you're not going to win the next elections. It's not. So you're going back to square one and a big problem. So for the effect say you're popular, when you say self, no, do your homework. Do your homework. Are you really prepared? Are you ready? Are you capable? Do you have the capacity? Do you have what it takes to win your household? Just your household.
Sometimes, Juma,
Yeah.
we shouldn't always say the person we they lead, the person we did before, none are the most important person. You know, because if you look around the world, if you look America outside you did so right now, Uncle Orange, he gets big man the way they be in them. Well, no matter the crazy things that we want to do, some man and the tap line shoulder and they run them. You understand? Then you can lead from behind. You don't always have to be the face.
Right.
You know, we forget elder citizens them we're supposed to be the godfathers of them party there, so we for ensure say they pick the right face for can lead the party. And this is both APC and SLPP. As I say, you just say some man no work for 22 years. How the hell did that happen? I got Bab a few months ago. Me Baba still laugh me. He say in Nigeria that would never have happened. There's no way anybody will not get money go turn president in Nigeria. You know?
Every I go so the trauma I get every day they pass by East Street Market or East Street area. Now that thought in my mind, I'm like, yeah. So from this place here, around here,
yeah,
for 22 years.
Was near this, so.
Huh?
Was near this to make it.
So Mr. will be the next president. Yeah. But coming back to your point, Femi, where you talk, say you can still lead from behind. Mandela was not the most powerful person within the ANC. You will get the Steve Bikos, right? You get a lot of people there. But then they be and then push them. You know, there's Montutu that they all them push them. You get people that where they outside the country, where help and push them, he succeed. Do we agree with everything?
No.
That he did?
No.
Did he achieve everything? No. But at least one thing, he makes sure, say, you know, apartheid, people understand, say, this was not a good thing for the common good. people they back them. They're able for black man begin sit down, they do few things them here and there. It was not just the most
And you're
powerful
right.
man.
But Juma, you made your point. Succession to gain in all day.
They.
You got now you job, you did somebody who they understudy you.
Of course.
Because anything can happen. You can left the work, you can be lottery, boss can accidentally jam you. Anything can happen, but the job must go on.
Go on, yeah.
So right now, if something happen, now we country, now kata kata for done so because really and truly, you want tell me say if something do the power right now, some man then go allow Julie for be president.
They might go take over.
Thank you. You understand? And that's the problem we have. We have to learn as a people for put we house in order for ensure say we get the right strategy plan in place. Say if this happen, now that need to happen. If this happen, now that need to happen. I was reading something the other day, and somebody they blame with judiciary, and I'm like, we don't talk this talk over and over and over again. With judiciary, you get serious problem. If we get an election where been so controversial and the judiciary unable to do nothing but time, it just shows really and truly anybody in a salon, anything do you appear in a court, now God no more for polluting. Because our judiciary is just not what it's supposed to be. Them people are so supposed now the pillars them of society them, the police, the parliamentarians, them, these are the people that let us down. As I said, the parliamentarians them for APC we go back into parliament. What's the name of that first guy we go? What's in APC do am? Nothing. Above case. You understand? You for discipline people like a hand in the. That's what I'm trying to say to you. If we don't do certain things, then we will always have a problem because they let people and get away with murder.
Femi say.
I
said Femi say.
Femi say so.
Now me say so. Yeah. I think if we not do that, then we have a problem in Sierra Leone. We need for me people to understand. Say they can't be getting away with rubbish. Mohamed Bangura as APC don't tell and say now so we they do and in go around they do your own thing straight away. If a loss in symbol for stand for APC, it's period straight. There should be no ifs, buts, and maybes about it. Yeah, because then the next person go understand, say enough for do dandy.
Femi, you don't answer the question. The question at the judiciary. So basically, even if you have to implement something like that, APC has a constitution that stands for itself. But the judiciary they allow anybody or any political party or any institutions to actually execute what's in the mandate of the constitution states. So basically, what you don't say so, if APC follow and do as an institution on its own, and then the judiciary is able to apply what's in APCC. You see how SLPP were taken to court with the people them, one of the people that will write the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Dr. Abdullah Conte. You see how he go defend the Constitution where he co-writes for actually dismiss the motion of PR system in Sierra Leone. And they did not listen.
Right.
The judiciary itself were sitting down there and challenging him of rewriting something that was not correct. Can you imagine that?
No, that's I see. I mean, obviously,
if we don't fix the I believe say the whole problem as alone, that the judiciary. If the judiciary cannot be fixed, and everybody gets the right judgment based on the elements of the case, you
know what I laugh? Somebody just called my attention yesterday. See, if a senior Supreme Court judge they cry for help to the public about something when they happen,
no serious, no joke.
Say the judiciary they sees advantage for
the judiciary. So how you actually?
So what's that they bring to mind? What's in T-boy plans talk to maybe they make an event. Say nobody is safe in Sierra Leone.
But not true.
Even the lawyers don't even defend themselves. They're not safe. So that I mean when they go depend on lawyer.
But Juma
I
is
mean, yeah, tell me
Juma.
point back. I asked the question,
Juma
are you a
Natu.
lawyer? And he says, yes, T1. I say, okay. Now there are so many unlawful arrests happening in Sierra Leone. That's in the prime one. And I ask him, if I go to Sierra Leone right now on my own and I got arrested, will you defend me?
And he's an APC lawyer. But you're not good.
I was primarily told point blank. T-boy, I don't deny you, but if you go to and arrest you, you get for which day force. Like, wow. No, but Juma, the reason why I say this, because I don't trust no lawyer in Sierra Leone. I don't care who you are. As far as I'm concerned, if you practice or you do X, Y, Z in a salon, you call yourself a lawyer, you have not been true to your practice. Because again, we see a lot of disadvantage being taken against.
I don't know, can't talk about disadvantage. I
know honestly really feel to say the judiciary did do justice to see.
Now the lawyer they never get again and I can't ever them beat say them pepper spray.
You.
All the lawyers them beat say who do that.
So who that will go defend you when the law for defend you in the bastardizer? Where the High Court, Supreme Judge or Judge na any court they complain saying they take advantage of her.
Yeah, long letter back. I don't know if a 10-page letter now.
I'm in jurisdiction. Oh, I cannot make such judgment. I get for wait for report before I make this judgment. I get for wait for consult before I pass this judgment on X, Y, Z, Z, Z. We don't see where then they give presidential pardon a revoker.
Yeah.
So who would you trust in Sierra Leone? Nobody.
Lawyer they gonna CID where you don't hire for go bail you. Where you go there then they threaten them as well. They run the left you come on.
Exactly.
T-boy, who didn't give presidential pardon with the revoker?
We're in a police case now.
No, I beg now for tell me.
But I come again back.
Not to come again back. Now LSC.
Okay.
Oh LSC.
But they're not revoker.
They're revoker.
If they revoke, why they not arrest the man?
No, then go after I don't come on. After they help and come on.
Thank you. So now revoke him. Then give we lip service. Then give we lip service, T-boy. We don't make them the fool na that car with it.
No, but if you mean that's alone, then for the arrest.
Oh, that's a you so. The man work and freely come on at the country. Go side go.
Then give the man security we get 2 bots in the military. 1, 2, the hotel where you go lodge. That the attorney general like either get some or get connection there. So
thank you. The point I try to make is let us not make them people also they fool with their antics them.
No, but it's what they're saying on record. So that's
no, they say I'm for fool we. Like how they tell we say the non-bill hospital. State of the art one. But today we are not here.
And they say 1,500 schools.
Thank you. Well, exactly 1,500 schools. I beg show me back.
So you know what I don't do now, Femi?
Oh my God.
I don't want to bring this up. I have to.
Hey, Juma.
No, I'm serious.
I beg we are up.
Connaught Hospital. They just don't go paint them now. Now I see that they trumpet them as the best hospital na Salon.
Apart from what two, none other than the entire Connaught.
No, I just tell you now the face they don't paint.
No, they make an announcement.
They say the service we go get at Connaught, you need get at any other sign at the country.
Yeah, now only inside one word.
No, but hold on, guys. That's I think say not true for many years. Yeah, we get a lot of private hospital them because healthcare is expensive. Yeah. Healthcare is expensive. Now I make healthcare really and truly not supposed to be for we the private citizens for provide them. Now governments for provide healthcare because it's a very expensive thing. So if they say Connaught are the best hospital, in many ways they're right. But the points what they make is now the better of the bad hospital them. It might be the best, but it's the best of all the bad hospitals, they including safe.
Right.
Because it's not fit for purpose.
Right.
So they paint them more, they not paint them more, not mean nothing.
So na technical way you dey explain am. So wetin make Kanwalo explain am that technical way na for let people not run without this thing. They say Connaught Hospital better. God forbid something go happen to person dey. They say na say agent media na dem be talker. So na make you get for explain am in a layman's term.
That make us say it better by all the bad one they did.
Okay,
but
right.
no, but you know what are they say? I think say from mere research for all these years, we have a lot of small hospitals them we specialize in alpha that in them, but most probably they don't have the resource for able for cater for the entire country. And let's not forget say we people are not getting money for go pay na private. Yeah, when serious accidents meet you in a salon, people are like una way they abroad now una pocket and then the tax.
What are you there?
Okay, well we all.
What's abroad?
Yes, we all. So we they pay school fee.
Hospital bills you dey pay every
We
year.
they pay school fee. We they pay hospital bill. We they beg. We they do all kinds of things.
And then the bank bill.
And then they bring me back to another point where I want to talk earlier, where I think say that these political parties disrespect us in the diaspora. If una don't they listen to me for years, I've always tried to fight the battle for we Naya because I believe say we provide more money for we people them than the government of Salon they provide for we people them. But when election come, then they forget say we within the diaspora the contribution will they make. Yes, we know say we don't get a few bad apples, so we don't go salon and don't go ruin for majority of people. But there were so many of us living in this side of the world, working in big organizations, responsible for multi-million dollar operations them, where we able for manage. But when the opportunities then come, no, they don't take us. Then they take the one them, when are them brother, then sister them, with some time haven't done you know, an administrative job in their life.
Okay, so Tibo and Femi, I agree with all what you don't say. So the one thing where I go say, you know the deal I do. You get for car inside.
Yes.
You get for be part of the political process.
Yes.
So if me and you decide say politics is not our thing, and this not politics, now some people that they risk politically. When the term reach, now then people are doing risk, then force them to remember.
Yes.
Because me and you sometimes think say we get the capacity, we don't want to associate or they part of politics. So if we agree, say, like why they try for recruit una so for can join the APC, if we agree for take membership card, we can all work together. And we say Adam Mambuede and he go say, you know what? Let's recommend Femi and T-Boy. They're fit for that. And the owner they go work, me go still they manage say agent media.
T-Boy say, you not go be blogger and go put in means of information. Say don't disqualify we all.
No, you don't need to be a minister. You can be a technocrat.
T-Boy don't disqualify we all.
But you're not a blogger. Are you a blogger?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Exactly. You're not a blogger.
I am just saying.
You are not a blogger. We are not bloggers here. Okay. You know, so una come in for me. If you want application form, I will direct you to that. We will get
honestly, Juma.
Yeah.
I will vote for the best candidates. I will support the best candidates through thick and thin when the time comes. Yeah.
But you know, I belong to a political party.
I not say so. Obviously, I get for vote for a political party. I might get for belong to a political party. If I see somebody where I think say that is the person where I think say will make a serious impact in Sierra Leone, I will vote for him or her. You know, I know things I think you say Rome wasn't built in a day. As you say, Nelson Mandela didn't achieve everything. Obama has been one of my idols. He not achieved many things. He not achieve anything, but a few things. Them, you know, it give people them inspiration. You know, Mandela give people an inspiration. Say, I can be the next president. If Mandela will feel me. Go jail all these years. Me we don't struggle, don't toil, I don't study. Me self get the opportunity for be president of South Africa. He gave a lot of people in the hopes, and Obama did the same. If Obama not do nothing at this world, that's in the way do for black man them na America open opportunities them and open the eye and say things are possible.
Yes, we can.
You know, some of us work in corporate. We see, no matter how then they talk about equality and this and that, we see say the numbers them aren't where they're supposed to be. In the UK, we're 17 point something% of the population, ethnic minorities them. But we see them at them big boardrooms them, well, there's not 17% of us there. And when they're there, it's full of Indians. I'm not saying anything wrong with India, Mali, and Pakistani, but it's full of them, you know, and we are possibly 0.5%. Of that 100% of people in there, you know. So it's important that if you have the opportunity to step forward, you should. And I say, for me, if you show me the right candidate, I will back him. Me money go. Everything I have, I will put behind that person. If I believe that person they go make a change or go make a dent into Sierra Leone moving forward.
No, I agree, but we're not just while you vote for the person and put your money, but while you be part of the process. You and Tibo, now always the balance. Because me, I don't like partner, I didn't say tigi. I didn't say.
We give us scrutinize you now so soon, now you know. I mean, I guess two things in life where anybody will make a join, it don't succeed. One, I guess somebody they wish they get sports winning the one. I don't tell them, see, doing they get me for going body spark and one, they don't succeed. Second one, the way anybody that gets me for join political party, that party they succeed. But the good thing about voting, I say so, not in a bad way, but over the years, we have worked with all political parties.
All.
Myself, Femi, and Juma.
All.
Over the past 10 years, we have worked for one specific, not political party, but individual. But you might not join party now, so long.
but
as you are join party, you know, say others will follow.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't entice me properly. So first come, first out. I'm still waiting.
My own t-shirts then, na so are they pass one.
The offer of what we will talk about so is not about individuals but political parties, right?
Because now I'm well on now. You say we are not for joy. You say we are not for joy because now one get well, now one get long life and well.
Yeah, and Kosna, you know, they can say for make some man waiting the what boy?
But let some man better some man get for die.
Some man get for die. You know, honestly, harsh words. But na the reality. And as Juma say, if we're not ready for, join, you and tell me say Jesus Christ not be no say the road way be the waka. Na dangerous road. He knew.
Exactly.
He knew.
Exactly. Yeah.
All we freedom fighters in Africa. You think say there not be no? You name Steve Biko. You think say Steve Biko not be no? Say that the way they work, not a long life road. I'm not wishing short life on any of us. But as a country, if we see them, as Juma say, we see them on the outside, change will not happen.
Right.
Yeah. If we want change, we have to try and be part of that change.
Tell me, between me, you got a man.
Yes. What you answer now?
But our involvement in the politics of Sierra Leone has been deeper than everybody else think.
Of course, and people away not know with them for ask all the political party them.
No, true. Honestly speaking.
They ask all the political party them.
We're not talking like an outsider. Oh, but on records now, only one girl will not agree for work with Daniel left. So.
Exactly. They offer not to one or two.
But all I say is, T-boy, I go for sue you or sue Juma because we call it president still owe him on you.
Who's president?
We caretaker. It's still owe him on you.
Now T-boy for sue.
We do work for him in 2011. I'll be 11.
Penny.
Okay, I just say you no more.
Now, I want to feature next month, so I don't know what you talk about. So
we wish you well.
Anyway, so let's go back to our topic. Now we don't talk about the political parties. We don't explain the problems and all of it. But the question will ask if Sierra Leoneans for resist this proposal of power sharing.
Of course. It's simple.
But Juma, you get for highlights. There are various forms of resistance, and we know how gullible Sierra Leoneans can be when it comes to certain elements of resistance.
Okay.
So for me, make a talk. For me, it's simple. It's this na gimmick for fool with people into more foolishness. So it's not about resisting. We're not for encourage them at all. But really and truly, it's not really. It might not be down to the people of Sierra Leone, Juma. The people we get for resist get for be APC.
Okay.
Because hold on, you see how APC won't go back na parliament because they offer them small olive branch. Na APC get for resist because if some of the APC parliamentarians then go and gladdy for this year, so things say then will get small power, then Sierra Leone loses.
Okay, so let me say something here. I agree with you that the APC gets a big role for play. I agree. But we have to face reality. Okay? The parliament as it is right now, APC gets about 50-something parliamentarians. SLPP get the majority. So, then put something that parliament they lay on today. Say let them vote. APC not get the numbers. Okay, for voter because the resistance get for be part or they get for crank on a parliament. So we have to be realistic. And I'll tell you multiple things where the APC don't resist over the years, just like how we don't highlight Naya, where the government then they decide for do it in they want for do. The Commission of Inquiries and all the laws they will then try for couch inside there or the process where they not follow the right process. They still went ahead with it. Then pull 10 MPs in parliament. They no watch BN. Then beat MPs them. Nothing not come up BND. Then bring the midterm census. The APC not just kick against an parliament, but they boycotted the process. Okay, they still went ahead with it. Me and you, when as Sierra Leoneans, we blame the APC back. Say them boycott. We don't see the APC walk out of parliament multiple times. Wait till they say back, we said they don't serious as MPs. Okay, so many things them. The PR system, they kicked against it. Then jail paper, then feds. They almost jailed some people them. So they resisted over the years on all them thing here so. But what to make they say Sierra Leoneans, because the APC on their own, not just able for do it. But when you get the mass and join inside, then they will have the power. The government say go understand, say no. This one is no way. And they come, Femi. And I give you example again about people's power. Not to for common athletes go stone and not to that to the talk with boy say, look, clarify. When we say resistance, no means say for let people go fat and go cause trouble. During 1996, before the elections, where NPRC where then get all the gun them, then Tawa say now peace before election not for happen. The people resisted. The people came out and say now elections before peace. With our holding athletes, I remember that time day. Actively, we were all out there, this fire gun and this and that. People resisted. They never succeeded because the people, not so just political parties. So the political parties will be powerful if more people come out and rally. Now take, for example, other things that happen in other countries, Femi. The SARS protests and all that thing and the government will dominate. Why? Because the people. So now that's a one for look at. We not just get because once we just then knows the government knows say that's the weak point. They will blame the opposition. So let's just do this. We'll get away with it. They say the opposition not do well. We have to work with them in the interest of everybody. Now that's a one for say. Over to you back.
Yeah, Juma. So you're right. But we talk the problem where we get Juma is the people need a leader.
I agree.
Yeah, we are talking leader, and not they talk about president.
Yes.
They need a leader.
Yeah.
Even though and the way they come on a treat need a leader. If they not get a leader, they're scattered. Yeah. Now like what you say about snake, you cut in it. Yeah. They need some direction. They need a leader. If you not get a leader with them come on at kids, they're not going to be able to achieve what they want to achieve. They'll just have scattered different things. All man they talking on, all man they. We don't go for all kind of protests over the years, especially in the last 7 years. We don't see APC the front any of them tears. As I say, I'm harsh on APC because they're the only ones that can get us out of this mess. But for make them do that, they need to come together with the people. Yeah, and honestly, Juma, it's your party. Take this message to them. Say, "I so Femi say." I don't see them united. I don't see them in favor of the people where they behind them. Again, 2018, they were very I don't know it's not the word, overconfident in go win them, even though their record wasn't great. 2023, them feel to say now landslide. Some of them even come out and just say, we will win this election because SLPP don't get such a terrible 5 years. If they want it as a landslide, we're not for those how they so today. You know, we all as a people of Sierra Leone have to learn. But what we need leadership. In every shape or form na salon, we not get leadership. Now make with judiciary, they misbehave because there's no leadership. Now make with parliamentarians and they misbehave because there's no leadership. Leadership is our ultimate problem. We need that leader there. We know they say the people are not going to stand and stand against oppression. They can, but for me, them do that, they need somebody. They unite them, they lead them, and they drive them forward. And that's what we're missing. And only APC can do that for us. Only APC can do that for us.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. T-Boy, what's your point?
Partially agree with Femi, but also is correct at some point for say yes. APC as a political party should be on the front line for resist anything with the government they come up with, which I think they may have done in the past, but hasn't made any difference because, like we said, highlights, we have seen so many things that have happened in Parliament, and Parliament not get or APC parliamentarians they not get their hands for stop and physically from happening. I highlight earlier on say the president will tender an opinion or proposal to Parliament for discussion. After Parliament deliberation, then will disagree. Not for approve that bill, but it will pass the bill on the presidential orders where Parliament on it for approve. We've seen all that happen anyway. But with this one going forward, I think the people have exercised their right to be able to defend themselves when it comes to political proposals, either being put forward by any political party or government in ruling. So what we don't see over the past couple of years, that the fact that people's power have made a huge difference. We see what's happened in 2023 elections, where the people in Tawa say, will they wait for vote, will they snap in the quantum and then for announce them? That's not the reason why we end up forgetting the result, because we don't clearly could say the results not go able for actually talk about what's happened on the day. You're not going to speak volume for the amount of votes we come out for APC on 2023. So moving forward, I think if we get for resist this as a nation, it get for be a collective movement from those that disagree, be it political or non-political, and those that will say we want to take this fight. It will be on all forms, native forms, legal forms, physical forms, personal forms. So we make sure that we understand and deliver the right message to the sitting government, say we are not going to accept this now. Let's move forward with what we have and see how that will work. And we amend them. But to me, I don't feel say you go propose something like this where you don't do a lot of atrocities over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And now all of a sudden you have to put together a shared government. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Within clear sense, you go accept them.
But what T-Boy?
People come out from very different facets. According to what they see legislative harm for don't turn up force and say no, not acceptable.
Thank you. Yep.
The judiciary.
They're not crying go there yet. That's the thing.
Well, I'll just say
But they don't make you whisper them.
Yeah,
They don't make you whisper and say that go the thing they go so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So to me, now if I don't start the physical battle, because say no, they accept this.
Yeah.
An example of typical resistance where I was let down by the judiciary, specifically the lawyers of Sierra Leone, when they stopped the lawful hold the
Convention
conference. I was very upset and pissed off. This is a Sierra Leone that we all belong and live. Why shouldn't I have the right to hold a meeting in a premises that is not going to be an illegal meeting? We have the right as lawyers, practitioners, to have a meeting. Why should we not have that right to hold a meeting? Except we get for all the meeting virtually. So we have accepted a lot of non-possible doings by this government. So for make this proposal, not even tinap for like sit down at table for me to discuss now the law if we don't begin act first.
T-boy.
We don't say no. We are not going to accept it. It is not going to work. It is not going to be tendered in any table for discussion. Let's what we already have.
T-boy, hold on, Juma.
Yeah.
The word they look for T-boy in above case. We sit in caretaker. Not to sell almost passports them. Wait happen. We still allowed him to stand for the biggest position in the land.
Right.
Yeah, we don't learn. We know they learn from we mistake them. In 10 years, if we change this administration, in 10 years time, some of the money they don't take, then they will come back for can't take, say they one can be president back. And we will not do them, we will not hold them responsible for all the thief and the thief right now. People that land there where they don't take by power, by force and by power. The one where they don't beat, the one where they don't kill. We don't come under power, they will just live like kings and queens and nobody not go touch them. And in a few years they will come back. It go happen again because we don't learn these lessons. As you said, the judiciary they do nothing. We need to force the judiciary for change.
Well,
we need to force the parliamentarians for change. We need to demand the change where we want. You know, as Sierra Leoneans, we're too easy to accept and move on. And as 3-4 years, we own party gonna power because we enjoy now. We forget say them people also don't do wrong, so we don't discipline them. So they come back and then they keep doing wrong.
So one thing me go say with regards to this power sharing thing, just like how we say, it's not a conversation that should be entertained in the first place. I think outside the citizens then can mount pressure a lot and take this on. Now for let government understand, and even if there is any, God forbid, any opposition person where they think of that, where they get that thoughts in their mind, say, okay, this is going to be of benefit to me. For tell them, say, we have so many things that are more important and valuable to the lives of Sierra Leonean, where we need for talk about, and power sharing is not our business, it's not our issue, it's not of any importance to we.
We for crush them right there and then.
Right there and then.
Entertain that in
so if we push that narrative there from now on, say rest no day, lights no day, water no day, people and they die in our hospital because mercy no day. We care about that thing. Leave us. Don't bother us.
Although you forget one key thing.
Which one again?
The drugs where some money
the drugs where they kill people,
they kill people,
the push and all of that. Now then we focus right now on our left with power sharing. We are not interested. We don't want that. We not tell una say na power sharing the money we want for it.
So you think that should be executed by the parliamentarians or who?
No, that are the people now. So because if we push them from that narrative, you know what tell we say na problem they try for create. Because the reality, whether it be APC or SLPP, lights no day. Whether it be APC or SLPP, rest on there, or you can't afford it. When you seek enable for go hospital become rest in order, you can't afford it. That is a universal problem in Sierra Leone.
Wait, so Juma.
Yeah.
Some man and they enjoy you.
Some
man and go spend almost $100 for enter one game club.
Yes, but that is less than 1% of the population.
And then people and they all I bet you say then a politician there or
Yeah,
family
but we
or
where they
affiliate.
suffer now we boku.
Indeed,
So-
but we know
so-
the land. I make I
Yeah.
say to you.
So nice. So we went boku.
We need
dey
to put
shut them
pressure
up.
on APC for help for
No, I'm
deliver.
not agree. Leona put pressure on APC. Not to APC suggest power sharing. Now SLPP. So we
True.
must go after SLPP and tell them say
But led,
we do not care
but
about
we
this.
should be led by the APC.
No, the APC go join we
No,
from
no.
their own political
Then for
from the
lead we,
people voice.
then for lead with Juma.
I agree. We don't work side by side. I agree with you with that. But I think it is very unfair.
I am not saying, hold on. I am not saying that APC them fault. I am saying
I agree. But
APC for lead that conversation there, for squash that conversation they done.
I
APC
totally
for
agree
lead
with you.
and we will follow. If there is no leader,
No, we not
we
get for
all
wait
can't
for
speak.
them.
We need that spear. We need the point of that spear there. And now we
we
not get so that
agree.
we able follow that spear there.
We agree. We get for force APC for let them take the lead. That's I agree. But what they say unfair because all the time with this government from 2018 to date, we never did that with the SLPP when they be the opposition. Anything that be APC. We blame everything on APC when they be there in governance. But for when that kind of governance, all the bad thing that we don't do, when they say, oh, APC and SLPP not the same.
Hold on, Juma.
Yes.
SLPP technically not they in power at the moment.
They are.
They're not sure.
Now, everybody discuss power
No,
sharing.
because they're not sure we election results. Again, I blame APC. Because no, Juma, listen, yeah. We get an election where almost 1 million people can take part.
Yes.
We not see results.
Yes.
There's nobody where for fet starting there past APC.
Yeah,
The
but
APC get for fet start cause they hold on for the people of Sierra Leone. As I say, biggest mistake we did or APC did was to go back into parliament. Yeah,
not today the mistake starts.
Okay, so
it's
not begin
allowing
before
the elections
but
to go on in the first place.
Okay, but the election gone. The election gone and people voted and the APC not secure, then people and then vote.
So the people
I am saying, hold on, I am not saying it's APC's problem or fault why we're in this mess. I am saying, but now then get for lead we out of this mess. And
so
they have to understand that and then get for understand, say, with great power comes great responsibility. And they get responsibility for all the people who vote for them.
Femi, the APC, they play them part and they continue for play them part. My point is this. We can force the APC for let them get no alternative but to provide the leadership. However, when them people here they create problem and now that they exactly want, say blame it all and push it all on the opposition. Say now their fault that they not provide leadership. Now they're not there before. Now that SLPP they want. So we not for allow them for carve that narrative they and make clear we believe that. My point is we should direct all the ammunition on them.
True.
Because now then they create them. Then they give APC the confidence, more power for say, oh, we have more people with us. We have no choice but to provide the leadership.
Juma, I honestly agree with you. But this is August we did so.
Yes.
2 years ago, August, the people of Sierra Leone, or the people of Sierra Leone, because not to just free talk, McKinney, other areas them decide say enough is enough. And they came out. Yeah. But they did not have the backing. Yeah. So when kata for them, all man disperse. Now make us say, when you caught the snake in it, the snake no will do nothing. Yeah, we need that leadership there. I am not saying we're blaming APC for what is happening. I am saying
no, but we for left for even use that word.
Juma, hold on. I am saying the APC get for realize the responsibility we then get right now. They are in opposition. They need to act as if they're in opposition. Therefore, put pepper up them people there so for make them know say the fire they come. Yeah.
So
we see them, hold on, we see them, they laugh and joke with them people also where they go and kill.
No, they're not they laugh and joke.
Yes, they are. We see pictures.
No.
You want me to show you picture them?
Sure,
When they see pictures them of APC man them, still they enjoy and laugh and joke with them people also where they cause problem in the country.
No, not so true, Femi.
Okay, I will send you picture.
For be civil with somebody, not mean say you they enjoy with them or laugh and joke. There are certain things when you get state
I'm
functions.
not talking about state function. No.
Wait me, I come. When you get state function or somebody can meet you, tell you I do. You the civil thing for do not for tell I do because not to this with government, not to so country be done day. Remember, say APC been in a power from 2007 to 2018.
Yourself do you fire for fire.
I understand all of that. But it don't mean say fire for fire means say I'm not for talk to you.
I'm not saying not for talk to you.
It don't mean say when we in a government we not for work together. That now they say. So for laugh no means
you don't contradict yourself, Juma, because you say we're in a government, but you saw it talk say they're not supposed to be in a government.
No, they talk about APC. When APC been in a government from 2007 to 2018, they surround everybody. They encourage everyone, be your opposition or not, whether you support them or vote for them or not. Now so civility supposed for they, now so for they as a people. They why don't can show we a different side, but it don't mean say again for behave like them. APC still gets a function. Let's take example the parliamentarians. They get national functions for perform. It don't mean say they go for push away. No.
Juma, you just use our word. You just use our word civil.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're civilians, yeah?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be civil people. But we're not.
I agree.
We as a country, we are not.
I agree.
And that is the problem. First of all, we know they teach we not even teach civics in school anymore. Juma, what they teach? But when we go to school at home, they teach not also.
Yes.
So why has that stopped? We know they teach people them how to be patriotic, how to understand the greater good for we country. All them tell you, we know they teach again. You know, politicians don't make sure say we don't forget all them and they want to divide and rule. That's all they're interested in doing. I am saying to you here, SLPP, we should hold them accountable for what they do. Once they're in parliament, and we then come with us in government, and we then come back na government. We suppose for sure then say waiting and do to we country isn't right. We, you know, the report card day. Forget that one way say they don't do A to Z correct. We know the reality. We know the reality. We know how they meet the country. We know how they can left the country. We're not supposed to allow them to get away with them, but from right now, we then still hold that position of power there, we for they monitor them and they tell them the wrong way than they do. I'm telling you, some of your APC colleagues are with them, through thick and thin. No joke. That
assumption them and a narrative we're certain I tell you the reason why we're certain people they say because mother you don't tell we say you know they work with anybody where and they not get the same interest not to so T-boy we're not supposed to sabi
it tell T-boy that day I was present
it tell you that not to so
it tell T-boy that not tell me tell T-boy that I was present
exactly so it talk on before na face
it say not they work with T-boy because T-boy not get party card
right so there is no way where APC person go there with them right there is no way where APC person go there with them so my point is what me they prevail on viewers now that in as much as we expect the opposition for take on their responsibility, but we must not be blaming them for things the way the SLPP they do.
No, I agree. No, I am not saying that at all. SLPP, this current SLPP don't take the piss. Yeah. But again, I say we not learn. We not learn because you self when you talk and say the this NPRC or the latter stage of the NPRC are what we currently have in power. And I then self cause a lot of problems them towards the end of the war. But yes, we voted them in. Then we're expecting things to be better. So now I say if we not learn the lesson they are so today, we will not repeat that them mistake then day. If we not learn the lesson also today, we go accidentally repeat them then same thing also in 10 years time. So I'm saying let's make sure that APC is ready for the fight with the camp. Forget governance. The first way they come before governance come. APC for right now begin get their house in order. We supposed for get all the the pardon at the party, the stakeholders in the party for unite the different factions. And yes, people are still going to fight for power, but let we not go into elections still scattered.
It's not going to happen. Trust me. It's not going to happen. But I agree with you.
Let me come in a bit. I think we're going to get a huge debate between.
You can just see the actual like
It's not the one thing on the what's up on the rules. But you see, you guys are talking from the same background of what una want to happen. The difference we una share right now, that the fact say Femi they put a huge responsibility on APC as a political party for lead the battlefield of any challenge towards what's in SLPP the tender and parliament. I agree on that on one form, because whatever SLPP gets as a political party, whether they have for proposal tender, now any platform for discussion, they will take it to parliament. So basically for me, the fight should have started from parliament, because the people in our way, the parliament that they represent, is their duty now to take it to their constituencies, to say, we have disagreed with the mandates of the proposal of X, Y, and Z.
It all reached a parliament yet.
Well, if you not reach a parliament yet, the discussion don't go all over the country and all over the world for say, SLPP as a political party, the president they propose shared governance.
And the APC don't they engage in that conversation from the day where that word they begin come on at all, then don't get look at sit down how they defend APC.
But tell me.
No, but I tell you that it's been happening.
Give me the insights.
Media, then they talk bottom and all of that. They not like say they sit down. But waiting me they say for let it get more power. You understand? We need the people. If we Sierra Leoneans, right, out of the United States of America, they join Black Lives Matter campaign. If we Sierra Leoneans, they join SARS campaign, where we know they directly know they affect we in any shape or form. Waiting wrong for let we back the APC for tell them why I say this is not going to happen. We must not entertain it. So that's why they look at it.
The only basis where the people go back APC as a political party towards this fight. Now, if APC lead the fight,
and APC is leading it.
And that is exactly what Team Family says.
That's all.
Yeah, I agree. That's all
I'm saying.
They will accelerate and maximize their voice.
Yeah,
I am saying.
If the fight is being led by the biggest opposition, I mean, Nelson Mandela did not become a president overnight.
Correct.
And because the ANC as a political party was ready to take PW Botha as the apartheid leader.
But do you know why the ANC succeeded?
Because the ANC has a lot of otherness in Mandela that were ready to take on the fight.
And then you get a lot of people outside the world, outside South Africa.
Yes.
That say, you know what, enough is enough. Let's join them.
But again, if you look at what's happening at Salone right now, it's not just the people in Sierra Leone or APC as a political party that is not in favor or against what's happening. The entire world wherein we have Sierra Leoneans living are not backing this current government for the work the way they don't do over the past 8 years. But we haven't seen any kind of political rallies that has happened in the UK or in America or other parts of the world where will be spearheaded by APC.
I agree with you. I agree.
Full blown.
Yeah,
that is what people are looking forward to. Again, APC can fight all their fight. I don't have any problem with the infighting APC again because it is meant to happen anyway. Because this is election year for everything that happens within that political party. So for me, una can fight una fights, but when it comes to national issue, be able to come together and fight it.
Totally agree. Yeah.
So we're not
because of that the SLPP then they do better.
Thank you.
They don't care about who the leader is or who's kind of fight where they get. But when it comes for go challenge for Ebola, for go talk say this president they do this, then they go there as one. When they don't, they come back, they still continue the court case.
So now let me feel to say APC of the party should be able to put together and work on. Because you cannot have different fractions of who are interested or who are not interested. Femi in call of saying there are members of people that belongs to the APC party that are rubbing shoulders with SLPP in governance. I will not totally disagree with him on that. But these are people that are not deeply associated with APC as a political party as we speak right now. So yes, there are fringes of APCians who are associated with the current government.
No.
Femi, listen.
Hold
there are
on,
people
Juma.
who benefited.
Hold on, Juma.
Okay, carry
Hold
on.
on, Juma. We have friends in both parties. Yeah, not to politics go make friendship done. Some of them and they waiting a power right now. So now we all been the talk. With the hang out, they talk say APC not it's right. This and that.
Yeah.
When they're not gonna power now, and they're doing even worse. Yeah. We still consider them a friend of up to a certain point. But you know, if okay, that club where they open.
No, they are friends, but not political.
That club where they open, I don't see senior APC man there inside the club. Then they shake and rub hand with the current
president.
administration there. Where they inside club will cost almost $100 for go inside. Where drinks and cost thousands of people. People are not get eat for it. Yeah, first of all, by principle alone, no APC man not supposed to go inside that club there. Principle alone, no APC man for go inside that club day. Elect a president invite you for opening. Not for good day. And we have senior. I know it's about fringes.
Not tell the correct story.
I know it's about fringes. I am talking about senior APC man them. I have pictures in my phone right now. They were there, rubbing shoulders, dancing with the I want to say the opposition, dancing with the incumbents. Them then they celebrate God knows what. Who people when they die, who people when not get lights, petrol not there. Nothing. They say kerosene 7 no day. Nothing all day. The owners don't they go lavish money. Then they open $2,000 champagne. They wash their hand na the dance floor. Come on, guys.
But Femi, to be honest, I don't know the picture the way you see you.
I go send them to you.
The picture the way you see, now questionable APC and the nine in this.
Right.
I will not say any further.
No, definitely they're questionable. But what I'm saying is, there's senior people in the current APC party. What I'm saying is, in this day and age, I'm not saying we forgo fate, but this is a war. This is a war for our country's future. We should be able, and APC supposed to lead that fight stay, then supposed to ensure, say, our parliament stands. Yes, Juma, I agree, say they not get the numbers. They not get the numbers, but if they stand together, sometimes 2-3 SLPP man them might not agree with certain things.
Never.
Well, you can say never. You can say never, but you never know what's happening. Sometimes some man go cross road where go get motka go jam. We no go that day for go vote.
Yeah, but the people that will vote when they come, not so that absent.
So if you absent, you no go for go vote. So if you're not APC, SLPP man, you don't go for go vote. That means to say APC gets more of a percentage and the chance for win.
A wheelchair and bring them come there.
Now possible.
We just said it here. SLPP as a political party will never fight against themselves.
Right.
They will never. Like where Juma say, if they get for put you in a crutch, na ambulance for me,
they can't vote, they go back.
You can't vote. You will never vote in abstention. And come 2028, the votes that we get for commons, now the strongholds of SLPP will be void votes. They will not vote, but they will not put their vote on that ballot box against SLPP. The only way how they go do they will abstain. So in parliament, who dare you to abstain? Where votes they? Unless if you get for go Lakira, you will stay and wait and get that vote done. Again, the reason why made them do that, now for primarily stage all waiting they happen so. But if APC turn their backs, APC parliamentarians turn their backs against decision being made in parliament, that decision will take effect but not endorse. And that is what possibly they have done over the past couple of years of bill that when they don't pass in the parliament. They tender the bill, they discuss the bill, they debate the bill, they refuse to accept the bill, but they end up with votes. That is just deliberate. When it comes to votes, you will never see. You want to me say, now all the proposals the way SLPP they send in the parliament, SLPP MP then they approve or they agree with? No. Because even some of them billion, they even affect their constituencies.
Exactly. Yeah, but they don't get choice.
They don't have a choice.
But
Their constituencies are suffering.
yes,
the consequences
but
of bad
T-boy, they
bills
don't.
being passed in Parliament.
T-boy, they don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. They don't
Because
care.
That's
not
exactly what it is.
begin
They
tell
don't
me,
care.
but it affect them constituency. When they didn't have power, they don't really care how the people will vote for them.
Yeah,
They don't
of course
care.
They don't care.
They don't
But
care.
it should not be like that.
Yeah, but that's the
Don't care
reality.
for
They
them.
don't care. We'd expect them for care, but they don't. As you say, they want the way they inside bowl right now in Kenema, where something a strong SLPP team people them. Then still they buy the same amounts for one bag rice.
Or maybe more.
Yeah, because you guys for paper to school
Yeah,
for
the government of
carry.
the province is slightly different. They even buying it for more.
So that's what I'm saying.
They extra 50 or extra 100.
So you see, but so the parliamentarians don't care. They take the money, they take the position, they enjoy, they ensure say their families they're looked after for the rest of their lives. They don't care what happens to that average Joe. As far as I'm concerned, they don't give that guy 10,000 and one polo. They don't buy in votes. He's not important to them anymore until next election. Until next election, it doesn't mean nothing to them no more.
Okay, so in that regards, we they expect this particular, well, it not be bill is now just a proposal. So, Juma, who side this proposal don't go?
They're not even going to parliament yet. Now talk lip service. Like I say,
Juma
you know,
left.
like where they throw something for say, okay, let hear how people go react, like how they always they do for sending signal. That's where it is right now. But people get for talk bottom. It's not just MPs. It's these people of Sierra Leone. That's my point. The people of Sierra Leone get for joining that conversation for say we have to resist this based on all other things that will not happen when we left Guinea, SLP, the APC, say oh, let them deal with another and then our government, we know one for we hands off. But when the problem come, now we always suffer.
Juma,
Yes,
the
sir.
people of Sierra Leone know lesser than we expect on this particular proposal. I'll tell you why. The people of Sierra Leone, even when they tender a bill to Parliament, don't have a clue of what that bill entails until there is discussion around that bill for they able to understand. The people of Sierra Leone, I would say 99% of the people of Sierra Leone did not listen to the presidential speech where he gave during the Parliament opening 2 weeks ago.
Including me.
Thank you. So, how you expect the people of Sierra Leone for engage in such discussion?
So Juma, somebody said to me the other day.
99% of them
don't
don't even have a clue.
Somebody said to me the other day, say the reason why they get all the talk and noisy so now for distract we for some lie the way somebody tell at the opening of Parliament. Now me carry now they carry but this bill so what we all really know say
that as well.
we all know say not get for B. We all know say if SLPP win, there's no way they're going to encourage APC for share power them. And definitely if APC win, there's no way they're going to encourage that guys. So now but could talk no more. But the point me they try for make is we should try and crush this. And also we not get the power for caution. Now parliaments get the power for caution.
That's it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, but we for tell Parliament say
Correct.
we don't care about that right now. We need for now talk about a hospital, rest, light, and the most important thing.
Yes.
Keep your power sharing to yourselves. We don't want to hear
It's not a
anything
priority.
about that. End of. It's not a priority. So, Tibo, you ask because people no now that make. We they talk about this. We know say some publishers will go hear the message. And I'm sure we'll find time we will bring some of the MPs themselves, let them can sit down here, let them explain to we how this come about, and waiting at the reasoning behind it, and not for who that.
So man the line a camera. I hear you one guy with a mic, the line a camera the other day.
Good guy.
In a mic. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God.
No, but the amount of lies that we don't hear, the country don't hear in front of camera, it's beyond reality. And again, I wonder.
Men are not Canada, they can't be like away.
So, Femi, look, some ABC, if we do power sharing to SLPP, make them cocoros.
Indeed, I agree with you.
No, but I think we're going for friend time for invite my bear and us.
Hey, police case. You know what come.
For invite Aleka.
Me man, the kind lad with that kind lad the other day.
Forever. He never come.
The kind lad with that kind lad the other day, me man.
Honestly speaking, is the new PRO, right?
Not your PRO, neither the Director of Strategic Communication at State House.
So my grandmother will come.
Me
They
man.
will come.
You are not personally question.
If my bear are not call, let me cocoros.
You
We
cocoa.
will not pay fire for the guy.
Me man, that guy
Okay,
is seriously.
whose dates you are looking for? Post you the send the
Friendly number, anytime when you're available, we will walk around the own schedule.
You know go
But
come.
in normally in a State House website.
They are being call them and tell us say we dey walk around the own schedule. Anytime if na morning middle, anytime you want come, we will start.
Me man,
That
that
is
guy you
nothing
can lie power. You go tell you say don't clean way the place dark.
Now I am to the invite on the day.
The police case. So,
Anyway.
I think the discussion for power sharing in Sierra Leone should not be on the table for discussion.
Yeah.
That's my take. Because if we begin for justify the discussion, then we justify the reason for accommodator. So as far as we're concerned, Parliament should not even accept. But to be honest to you, now only when we get this new I've been on switch off salon politics for almost 2 years now. Now only when we get this Coco Stina realization that the new Speaker of Parliament, I did not even have a clue.
So
I've actually disengaged myself with the politics of Sierra Leone. But on a very serious note, some of the issues they already talk about, so 90% of Sierra Leoneans don't have a clue, especially the ones living in Sierra Leone. And the one already outside of Sierra Leone, the amount of information within they get, I don't know how then they legitimize them for say this is authentic, this is credible, or this isn't. So the option there we are left with, now the garbage of information what they get, now we filter what is important, what is not important, what is true and what is not true. And even when they ask them about certain realities, they can't even explain because they are also disengaged. So we cannot disengage and then we try for make change and then we don't know what in the change could be because we're not engaged. So like I said earlier on, we've all been on disengaged with the politics of Sierra Leone because we're not tired.
may not be disengaged. Oh.
No, me, I've been on disengaged.
Okay.
No, you did not disengage in your party politics, but you disengaged with the governance of Sierra Leone. I will argue and challenge you, Nandi, because you never need to be the president's speech. So that's one form of disengagement.
No, that was deliberate.
Then
not to
everything that
listen.
we've done over the past couple of years is deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the reason why we just make that deliberate move. Because we get so many things that really happen. We engaging into some of those discussions, we create another different form of atmosphere we possibly don't want to get into. That's why we disengage. But coming back into the usual playing field of what politics of Sierra Leone is really going to be like, then make we start now. They don't say, oh, now we don't want to way. But we didn't. But the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of malpractices happening where we cannot just sit back and discuss some of those things in public because they are very much deeper than what the average man they see. So we disengage. Okay, I disengage. I don't know for Juma and Femio, but I disengage because I don't want to get involved in certain discussions the way go really very much personal and go be very hurtful for make us sit down and accept and tolerate such decision. And sometimes you see why people choose to be what they are. Not because of the increase, not because of the nothing they do. Now just the fact that you cannot sit back and you realize say there is no justice, there is no free and fair form of democracy that should be practiced in Sierra Leone, and people think it's okay. It's not okay. Especially when you get the lives of people that we expect say ought to know better. we don't come on at this part of the world. I keep blaming the diaspora so many times in the history of Sierra Leone politics because they should be the one that should be able to change the narrative.
I no agree.
Yes.
Huh.
I no agree.
I will say so.
My
because
fix for me. No, I no agree.
The reason why I make I say so, Femi, we don't see the lights of the. Okay, we start from Tijan Kaba in government. We had a huge amount of diplomatic so-called professionals that came from the diaspora for execute the administrative structure of changing the narrative after the war. We sank a little bit further down into the sinking well. Yeah? And then we get the likes of an Escoma, we can make that small change. Again, influx of diaspora. We expect, say, this now the mindset of the diaspora that we don't go through the basis of the war. We don't learn the example of bad practices of the diaspora implementation in Sierra Leone. They will make a change. Yes, they tried for open the office of the diaspora, but we still see what in some of the people from the diaspora do. We all key positions in governance. And we say, oh, okay, and Escoma give them free will for perform. But guess what? We now see the one that we come on our we own foot. When are the bedrock of administration in the world, possibly apart from the America, which you might make much for earlier, we're not getting no candle when it comes to democracy. But we don't see what's in now don't happen. So in this current government, yes, the administrative structure of this government was delivered primarily from the UK. Look what in Nigeria. Look what he would go through. Look what he would see. The structures of administration in education, health, everywhere is dismantled to the basic, not even the basic, to the rotten part of what the education or administration stands for. And the diaspora go more accountable. All the major ministries in Sierra Leone are headed by people from the diaspora. We don't hold key.
So from that get that 11.
Well, I don't care how they call them, but it's still the diaspora.
No,
so
T-boy, I disagree with you. T-boy, I disagree with you.
They have structures in Europe where they work, whether be it cleaning, medical, or whatever it is. They have structures. You know they go implement structure where you don't know what's in the existing structure. You can't just enforce change overnight. It takes time. But then they even try. Then go tell you, say, hey, you have to wait there. So if you not follow the footsteps of what's in there happen, you not go for work. Then resign. Come out today. No work. If you feel to say, yeah, so the structures we've struggled in Sierra Leone for 5 good years. Before people let me realize, say, we have principles and values for what we work for. It's not your money, it's not your power, it's not your position. It's principles. If you get your money, you get your power, you get your position, take it and go. But there are certain jobs we refuse to accept based on principles. That's why we don't ask we talk freely, because we believe, say, nobody not all we are under water. Nobody not don't give you things we will not deserve. Nobody not don't give you contracts we will not deserve. If now on contract base, send we the tender we apply for them. If we not meet the criteria, your 20% will go in your pocket, but we don't want it. Those are the principles that we should have as individuals. Otherwise, we all make mistakes, but we should not be making deliberate mistakes just because we want for flop pockets. Oh, if you say now not be for build big O's, we don't know how to ride big cars. But come on, let's be realistic. Femi, Juma, you and I know people that we used to work with in this country who to go do 9 to 5, we get with basic earnings, and they have mansions now in Sierra Leone within the
for me, don't correct you. Say I'm Mayfair.
Mansions in Mayfair, mansions in Kent, mansions.
I know it's about Kent. I'm talking about West London, me man.
Forget about the West. I agree.
Forget about West London. Where the flat now West London, flat alone now West London, £5 million.
So
just for a 1-bedroom flat. So we know about us. We know people we're waiting in government right now in a salon. We buy us then at that area, then they cash.
And you think so that's possible for somebody who don't come in diaspora when a 9 to 5 job you get away?
You can say this is to 7 year government where they talk say they go buy, they also have cash. So this now after almost months with them go na power.
Anyway, this is not go done. We don't got much.
No, I beg, not done it. This
Go ahead,
this
Femi.
bobo wey name T-boy, he don't accuse we the diasporans them for poor free song. I'm not gonna agree.
But you said they don't confirm.
I'm not gonna agree. No. I'm not gonna agree. Loud down the talk. So I honestly think, our governments have not given us the diasporans and the opportunity for help develop we can't get any further. They don't give we the thanks. We them for give we for all way to we they do for we people in our salon. We they pay school fee. We they pay hospital bill. We they beg. We they pay for married. Juma, tell me now what else would they pay for? We they literally pay for everything. As that person they call, when mama call, mama say, oh, auntie so and so in cousin, auntie in cousin in football.
You they pay for
you know be sabi. Now you end up getting that responsibility.
Femi, they pay for Teladu. If somebody may call the post, how the body, how everything about Poppy, Tino, noise.
Don't ever ask that question. They out the body, out because then they offload all the problem. Give you. So, but the reality is, what do we get from that? Some of we they work very hard for we money, but yet we can't save them money also because every day na crisis for somebody else in Sierra Leone, and because we get Soriat, we help. Because we get Soriat, so with the help. But the point is, for that help, they will the help. We're not supposed for the ask for anything in return. But government or salon supposed for understand, say, these lots of Sierra Leoneans, and say 1 million, 2 million of we where they abroad, where they contribute, they help them for look after the country. Yeah. Okay, so when they come into power, then they pick a few of we. As which you call them? Something what you call them just now? Gather 11. So they pick a few of them, their family and friends. Then they pick from the wider pool. Yeah? If they go gather the same people and from this one grain pool, you're never going to grow. You're never going to grow. We have millions of Sierra Leoneans them where they do very well outside of Sierra Leone, but hardly any of they contribute anything at salon. With this salon, we bid for job. We bid for job na salon, we not get the job. Well, I find out who then get the job. A shock. The person not gets none of the skills, none of nothing. Now different work and thing you do, but now go gets the deal because most probably he gave a handout to people in power where we couldn't do. Because it's not our principle. So now when they gets the goods that we then get, the goods that water washed. Then they turn to T-boy now and say, but T-boy look no. T-boy say, make up don't tell us say let we print yonder.
So Femi, I agree with what you say, but going back to what T-boy say, this na two-way streets. The diaspora deserve more and deserve better for everything what they contribute because the diaspora now the lifeblood of that country they right now.
But they don't know that.
If the country not sink,
but they don't know that.
Because of the contribution of the diaspora. However, I did talk about from 2018 to date, now the diaspora fault. Because the president is from the diaspora. He's been out here for 22 years. First lady from the diaspora. The president in whole cabinet now from the diaspora. A whole cabinet. Let's just be conservative. 80% of cabinet members and people the way they run the government now from the diaspora, including the bank governor we change the currency now from the diaspora. the vice president now from the diaspora. So I agree with T-boy again for say now the diaspora fault because we go say like President Koma, for example, President Koma spent almost all his life in Sierra Leone. If he come out now for camp visit, he had never stayed out of Sierra Leone for say go tap. Even for study, he studied in Sierra Leone. Then sometimes he will say, you don't understand. But he created Office of the Diaspora. Right, T-boy?
Yes.
Did it work effectively?
No.
Maybe not. The people that we put in charge of that office, who said they come out? Now the diaspora they come out. They came from the diaspora. They not do possibly what they're supposed to do justice to the diaspora. So I agree with you that we deserve better, we deserve more, but the problem again has to do with us. Now we not like we self. Ways you go inside, we lock the domot. We not a crack up open say we need for bring more folks than come inside. You don't highlight you. I coordinated a medical mission to Sierra Leone. T-boy, you know, you yourself know. Yeah. Okay. Then of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we wrote a letter, we did this, we did that. Ministry of Health. Now we pay for everything. All we ask for say, una lens we one boss, we're going to take the staff them from the hotel to the clinic site on a daily basis. They ask us to pay for it as well. Okay, every other thing they ask us to pay for it. Once we go to Sierra Leone, they want 2-3 now for can we go to president, then say for go do courtesy call. We said no. Say today I get grudge for people and get grudge against me for that because I said no, we can't go to a president for do courtesy call. We'll go to a president to report waiting we don't do after the fact. But for right now, we are here to serve the people. We don't have enough time. If we forget accreditation for the doctors that we come on us, we forget license for practice. That thing became something else. So the problem, I tell you, say, now we, the diasporans, that they create them for ourselves because we just not represent.
That we are responsible people from the diaspora.
The diaspora then come out. The Deputy Minister of Health, the Minister of Health, the Minister of Political Affairs, now from the diaspora. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, now from the diaspora. So everybody involved, now from the diaspora.
Yes, but who that then are them people there?
People from the diaspora.
No, but so just no. The points I discovered for make, then they pick from the lily pool.
I agree with
and
you,
that's the problem.
But still not take away this fact.
There's thousands of people them given the opportunity will do a better job.
So in
but
this
they're not being picked. Sometimes you guys because sometimes they're not get party card, but not so powerful for make you get party card for me they pick you. You self know that.
I know. I understand what you say. It should not be a must, but we talk about the reality. The president now from the diaspora come out, and now in pick. He pick people from the diaspora.
But the wrong people them. That's Juma.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Waiting one of the things them we supposed for try for do. We supposed for try for get some kind database of everybody where they in Sierra Leone and outside Sierra Leone where they do certain jobs.
We talked about that.
And from then database and they now they will for begin shortlist the right people and for put at the right places.
Let me since 2000 or I would say going back since 20 years back in the years in the UK we had that database.
Of course.
The same diaspora.
Yes, diaspora and then take that database and go.
We've done all of this. Yeah. We've done all of this 20 years ago plus. We started putting together database of professionals, diaspora professionals from Sierra Leone in the UK. But guess what?
The Sierra Leone Diaspora Network, that's what it was for, right?
Yes.
For formation of Office of the Diaspora.
T-boy.
So we're not going to be saying this because we want for Sam, because we want for good lip service. So we don't physically do the work. We don't put that data together. We had it in our
memorandum. Yeah.
But guess what happened? That again, same people from the diaspora took it off and ran with it to president and his by Kuma on his visit to London. So what happens? The formation of the diaspora started. We had a meeting, personal. We went to Sierra Leone just because we did not belong in certain quarters. Our proposal was on the decks of the Office of the Diaspora. It was physically handed over in person. Come on. The diaspora has a lot to do with the wrongdoings of Sierra Leone.
So,
until we start to take responsibility, then we go able for.
So what you me they say, T-Boy and Femi, come back to the first thing I've been talk. We'll trivialize, we talk like a joke, but it's very important that we have to engage, we have to be part of the process. It may sound like, but if we don't see saying that the same thing they happen, when we are in there, we go get more people where they think like we bring them come in now, so we go able for change things or influence things, then for get better. But the Boku people that way not worth the salt don't want us close. So now that make them go discourage we for the day. And if we self discourage we self, then I then go continue the day and use real fat for fry we. So it come back to the same thing.
So
Juma.
Yeah.
He says, so you guys are in the diaspora also.
Yes, now we all.
Again.
I
totally agree with you. Yes.
Me, I not agree. I not agree. I need to take that. No. No, I don't agree. Timo and Juma, then I'm part of the.
But what we don't say earlier on of the testimony of what we do when we experience that we do, we were there for 10, 15 good years. And we practice what we believe in, we win our integrity, where we believe, say, very few Sierra Leoneans guests. Of course, we do make mistakes, and they say so perfect too. But in our operations in Sierra Leone, we refuse certain contracts.
So let help you, Femi and T-Boy. Matia, you might be correct not to trust people,
No,
people
but
from the
trust Timo and
diaspora
Juma.
based on what they've seen. But one thing where we they tell you now, everything where we they talk now, we don't practice them. Okay? We not based na diaspora and just sit down here. We are involved. The Sierra media don't put their own resources, time, energy, and everything na Sierra Leone. Since when? 1991.
20 years ago or more.
Okay. So for the past 20 years, you understand?
No.
For the past 20 years, establish business at home, train staff, and I want to put this on record. We're here. There is no media platform in Sierra Leone where Sierra media not get footprints inside. Either through somebody where we train, or equipment will lend somebody, or strategy will help build. None with a challenge now. The major one them today una they see, them front runners initially came through Sierra media. So we have done our bit for Sierra Leone, but we always get the wrong end of the stick because possibly we not play how other diasporans and they play for boots league, for cut corners, for take 90% from the consolidate for agree say una bid for this, but una not just take the money, una take 60%, we keep 40%, but una not do the work. Maybe all of those things we did not agree to be part of. So possibly that is why. So we pride ourselves to say we're an exception to the rule. So Matia, now for trust we. Now for trust we on diaspora, we different.
Matiko.
Juma remind me of something. We had a what do you call them? We all defend people there for camp present. What do you call them?
Anchors. Post.
No, before we defend them. What do you call not application? What do you call? Audition. We had an audition. Jesus, I'm not gonna forget that, did he? If you say them to line, some of these young ladies
to the office opposite.
I didn't tell you. Uphill will be there. Office in the uphill. What's your good name?
Wesley. Who's that AYV day now?
Yeah, it's AYV day now. Up that hill day. I don't even there.
So that used to be our office space.
The line for people away for car audition for we platform right down, and that line they consist of at least a few of the people away there na daytime television at salon right now. They came, we auditioned them, most of them make them, and we worked with them. We teach them how to present, how to carry themselves, and they're enjoying. They small thing they will teach them. They like it today.
Go Bono Bako, they never paid for anything. So anyway, let's try round up, and this conversation will go on and on and on and on for days, months, years.
On a left
We
for
not
blame
go
with the
tire.
diaspora and Semo. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't
but
tell you.
Mattia, thank you so much for calling your attention, because that's very important. That we are part of the diaspora, and that reminder is very important. But Yusuf, we thank you so much for your sacrifice, for try for bring credibility to election and democracy in a salon. And we would like to host you someday. We're not saying an observer, but on this issue of power sharing, we will not forget this conversation, Ayaso. So please,
na election observer, I need to talk.
No, well, if it's not, it will get for talk, because you know why it's important? Because it observed the last election, so it don't see
give me thumbs up if you're ready for me anytime.
some of the problems and all of that. It will able for guide, because a lot of people, like we say, clueless of the reality. But when you get somebody where they can talk from a practical and an expert point of view, it help the conversation going forward. Not so for can take time and all of that.
I shadowed Matiko last election 2023. I was with him at some point in the beginning and possibly on election day. And I saw what he did. I saw his hard work. I saw his setup. It's not an easy thing to do. And I know say for Go Salon, able for puts together such kind program, you'll be amazed of the amount of challenges where you get. What will next then? But now very hard working.
So it don't confirm, so we say he's always ready and interested. So T-Boy, fix the time and the dates, low try forget that program.
Matiko, you say you always get it, but until we call it not available.
No, this time he'll be available.
Hey, don't give word.
Yeah, a public platform, you can't talk.
Hey, don't give word. Hold him to that.
He's ready to face the camera. He's not a person with camera shy, and he's been following us consistently over the past couple of decades, I would say. Not just recently, from the Escobar days, he's been following what we do. He has so much respect for what we do. And one person I believe say will hold us accountable for anything we don't do wrong in the past, or if we even attempt for doing anything wrong. But we've always had that open discussion in so many different things there. And I believe say if he doesn't believe in what we do, like him and everybody else watching and following us, they will definitely not follow or watch us. Now, because they may go to the state. But as far as we're concerned, diaspora in our practice or with experience as alone, when they say we are perfect, but we've been faced with so many different challenges from both political parties and the other political parties that we possibly not on the front line. They don't do we every single good and bad right across. And some of them are family, friends, personal individuals that we know. So not just something we new to it. But we able to keep we head up high and able to see them and challenge them, even when they're in power or out of power. And some of them, we make them political career then. But still, we not bow. We not say because of we don't make you so you owe us. You don't owe us nothing. You owe it to the country. If you deliver for salon, I able to go salon and practice and then pay me genuinely. Now because of your delivery, we make we trust and put you aside there. Now you make all the benefits. You don't have to physically give me money. But make her apply for something and then give me because they believe say are capable and I can deliver. Not because you know me party. Otherwise, we all for the drive big cars and build big ghosts right now, but we're not interested in that.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Juma, before we go, we get we in the UK we get this now special weekend for we. It's a long weekend, so it's a bank holiday weekend, and we're supporting a lot of community activities year in year out. But this weekend we're out in numbers, so if not see we not treat tomorrow, next tomorrow, or the day after, on a tell you I do, on a can't tell you I do. Now not ask me for Juma, where Juma can London.
They're all balanced.
And when they talk to me again, now Juma this, Juma that, Juma this. I say, all right, Juma they can go. Now we there.
Well, thank you. I had a lovely time in the UK. The reception was good, hospitality and everything. And thanks to my guys, as always, T-Boy and Femi. They're not ever let me down. So, the one thing where me go say, before I go, read Samuel Mattia and comments.
Yeah, we'll read a few of the comments on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Okay, say as executive director, these are the conversations Sierra Leoneans wants to hear. 2028 is around the corner. Together we can make 2028 election free, fair, credible, and transparent. So this is the kind of thing that we want to hear. Thank you so much. And we get for try for make efforts for the read the comments as we go along, right? Any comments stand out for you, Femi and T-Boy, before we close? Nothing?
Well, one initial comments we have to make reference to, initially we'll post the flyer out now from a friend of mine. We write a long piece we end up for read, and most of the suggestions the way he puts on that particular comment the way he writes, we don't already discuss. So I know they make say we'll not read you comment, so because your comment is like a huge amount of statement being made inside that comment, and we don't almost discuss every single paragraph of that comment. So we need to just ignore our comments, then we actually read them, listen to them, and we bring them part of the discussion. Sometimes we might not make direct reference to those comments, but you will see your discussion being brought into the discussion with the guests based on the comments we make.
Right. Okay.
There has been lots of comments them on the charts. Some of them I have read, some of them I don't read, some of them I've given thumbs up to.
Yeah.
So we respond to the comments then definitely as we go on.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, Fambulem, we don't reach Naya, and the conversation has been interesting, but we main topic now guarding democracy. Can Sierra Leoneans resist the power sharing proposal? The reason why we bring this up, because you don't have to be a politician to be part of the process. You don't have to be a politician or actively involved in politics to follow the process or engage in the conversation. Your responsibility now for no waiting they happen. Seek for the information. When you are informed, then you're able to make the right decision, or you will make a decision that will be beneficial to you and the general public. Don't sit aside. Don't be a stranger or passenger. Salon business now all business. Salon problem now all problem. A lot of things don't happen the last few years. We don't make a lot of people discouraged. It's true. It's frustrating. It's draining. But life must go on. And we still they say, if you know what mix pan politics, politics they mix you every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, and every year, and so on and so forth. As long as you live and breathe, politics go mix you. We not say you get for be politician, no, but you for engage in the process, you put your mouth, who say you money day. As Femi say, within the diaspora, we remittances now in the engine, now in the engine for let the country move go how they move go. So you get right for put your mouth. Let nobody not tell you say you dey optic, you dey alatif. Not fall for that. Within the diaspora, will forget to say. You were inside salon, you dey feel the pain. You self get a say. So if we reach Naya, I don't know if them guys they want up more again, or they want for that just say tata on the behalf.
I'm not going to make it go. Yes, I let you done.
Right.
We are very instrumental in the running of we country. We for member Dandy. Up to now we not get the right for votes in this age we then call it technological age. Right now we not even need passports for work in our country there again. We get e-visa. Everything is now electronic. Why can't we vote from the diaspora? After all, we dey give so much of we money. We dey give so much of we money in millions and millions and millions of dollars we dey give towards the country. All we need is a vote. Because if we able vote, sometimes we go able forget the right people in the right places for lead we country to the betterment what they look for.
All right, thank you very much, Femi. Mr. just want for Rob more small and say thank you to the YouTubers. Thanks to Juma the guy from our back on Facebook because me YouTubers and they starve with me conversation and whilst I'm always engaging with them. So from next week, I left on our Facebook and I go back YouTube. So YouTubers, my apologies for not reaching out to you guys for the past couple of months, well, for the past year or two. But anyway, I resume YouTube back on YouTube and we will begin engaged and follow the discussion. My regular guys on YouTube are possibly going to be coming back anytime soon because inconsistency has been a great problem between our fans all over the world, especially the ones that follow us deliberately because they believe in what we're doing. So then, thank you very much, guys, once more for accepting. Well, we don't apologize, but these people they continue for still apologize, but yeah, we try the best of our ability to make sure that we give you guys a program at least once a week. Apart from the community stuff, we don't always do, they always follow. But we know for sure when it comes to politics, YouTube then they follow me religiously, and I actually enjoy the comments and suggestions and something in a blasphemy, but we still agree. Because it's what it is. And opinion means a lot to so many people. So basically, when you voice out your opinion, you're not necessarily 110% correct, but it's the way you see things. That's your view. And everybody learns is different the way they see things. So we accept them, we read them, we respond when and if necessary, but we'll never take offense of them at all. So keep on sending your comments, whether likes or dislike comments, we will not be happy with, but we'll still accept and read them because that's how we should be as human beings. We should be able to accept, agree, and disagree, but still have a sane situation where we get a discussion because that is why we're here. So thank you very much once more for joining us, and we will continue for Build Tonight again continuously from next week as we bring with our more programs. How they go inside the Republic. The Republic don't become tense a little bit, they become tense every day. We don't know that in cocoa roast, that you know roast, but we begin fend the roast cocoa them and we separate them.
Well, we not breadfruit with the begin roast soon. We defend the tire for roast the breadfruit right now. Anyway, well, Fambulem, thank you all so much and have a blessed weekend. Stay safe out there. Look out for yourself, your family, and your community. Let remember, say, now one life we get for treat them well. Now one country we get, no matter how bad. Now one great mama salon. Until next program, May Jumaba on behalf of Femi and T-Boy and we engineer Hassan, we want to say thank you and tata to all.